Ramie.
He's supposed to make people laugh. He's just an expert at it.
Cattles and Ramie, live and local in the afternoon.
Sactown Sports.
Finally, JJ, we made it to Friday.
It is, brother.
Lord have mercy.
Man, it's been a trying time.
We have all had quite the week. Glad that you're with us. Glad that you could join us. It is much appreciated on this Friday with you up until 5:30. Then we got game night. Suns, Kings, G1C on a Friday night. Doesn't get much better than that. We'll dig into that game. We have a lot to get to today. We got Sean Cunningham joining us later on as well. Should be a lot of fun. Of course, Ramie out today on vacation, took a vacation day. JJ sliding in at least one more time. We'll see if Ramie's back early next week or not, but JJ's in on this Friday to talk Kings and a lot more than that. We look at this weekend, JJ, and we got a back-to-back. Another back-to-back in this post-All-Star schedule. We talked about it during the All-Star break about how the Kings had more back-to-backs than anybody in the NBA post-All-Star weekend. So we got another back-to-back this weekend tonight. We've got the Suns tomorrow. We've got the Jazz. Kings sitting at 43-29, still embedded in that 3-seed spot. I just don't see them moving back. I don't see them falling to 4. They still have a chance to move up to 2, but they are solid with that 3-seed, 2 games back of the Grizzlies. And now we look at this back-to-back, JJ, after 2 days off and after 2 straight losses against Utah, who they'll see tomorrow night, and against the Celtics on Tuesday. When you look at this next couple of nights at the G1C, is a split to you acceptable? Would you be okay with the Kings going 1-1 over the next 2 nights?
Yes, and to be honest, the only reason why is because they're coming off 2 losses. I don't want to see 4 in a row, let alone 3 in a row. But if you give me the split and they lose 3, win the back half, lose 2, win the first one, lose the next one, I'm perfectly fine, Nick. I just want to see the win column get added to. At this point, I think everything is in front of the Kings at this point. I believe Memphis and Sacramento is really battling for the 2, and the rearview mirror is just about a little bit behind. As you look in that rearview mirror on the side and they say objects are closer than they appear. I think that's a lie at this point, right? I think the guys behind the team
feels that way.
Yeah, it is. So I think it's a Memphis battle versus Sacramento, and I'm okay with falling in the second spot or the third spot. You always want to win, but in the NBA, we do know matchups make the difference. So you kind of want to play your role. We've seen it last year with teams kind of falling out. You've made a point about who was that last year who want to fall back to not, was it the Bucks who didn't want to see the Nets last year in the Eastern Conference, or was it Philly?
I don't know.
It was
yeah, it was the Bucks.
It was the Bucks. Okay, it was Bucks that were kind of playing around. They didn't want to see the Nets in the first round. You guys took care of business with the Celtics, but it's kind of one of them things. Just give me a win. I'm looking for a win, Nick.
Yeah. I'm going to go back to a couple of weeks ago with the conversation I had with Ramie, and Ramie asked Kings fans if they were getting greedy. I'm going to get greedy. I want both.
What?
Yeah, I want both. I want both this weekend. Yeah, that's right.
Call Ramie up right now.
I said it, Simone. I want both this weekend. I want yes, I want the Suns
you're
tonight.
Loco,
I am
man.
not loco. I want the Suns tonight. I want the Jazz tomorrow. Give me both. Look, we got 10 games left of this season, right? The regular season. Fortunately for us, we can say we got 10 games left to the regular season, not 10 games left. And then let's start talking about the draft and scouting these college players.
Boy, it sounds good for you to even say that.
Yeah, right?
Come on now.
So we're sitting here now getting ready for the playoffs. You got 10 games left to get cooking. You just lost your last 2. I want both. I want this team to win every single winnable game that is left to this regular season schedule. I want to see them take care of their business. Let's look at tonight. You got 2 days off, right? You just went through a tremendously difficult schedule, 5 games and 7 nights. You had to play the Celtics in that final 5th game at the G1C on Tuesday. It was a brutal, brutal stretch. You played in every single time zone over 1 week. Just insane. I don't know how the NBA gets away with it, but they got away with it.
Because you're flying in private jets. You eat
that helps.
fantastic dinners
That
and
helps.
food. You're staying in 5-star rest.
Still a lot of travel.
Come
Still
on
a lot
now.
of travel.
That per diem looks good. That gold envelope, that Zelle.
But you got 2 days off. You got 2 days off to kind of reset. You also, according to the man himself, are going to have Kevin Huerter back tonight, which I think is a significant addition to this team. We talked to Coach Jay Triano yesterday. He talked about Huerter's off-ball cutting, the things that he brings to the table for this offense, some of the playmaking as well. The shot making is obvious. He can attack you at all 3 levels. And Huerter, he sounded like he's ready to go earlier today. And he said that he's ready and intends on playing. So if you've got Huerter in the lineup, you feel better. And then look at the opposition. You don't have KD.
Yeah.
KD, according to Shams, is coming back on Wednesday. Fingers crossed for Phoenix. So KD's not going to play tonight. Unfortunate for fans that are going to the game because, of course, it's great to watch a great player in person. But no KD. And on top of that, the guy who really hurt you the last time, these teams played, one of the guys that killed you was DeAndre Ayton. Before the All-Star break, he was just crushing you. DeAndre's out. So no DeAndre Ayton, no Kevin Durant. They're down 2 of their top 3 or 4 players. You got 2 days off. You got Huerter coming back. Tell me why this should not be a win tonight. This should be a win tonight. I'm not guaranteeing it, but this should be given the context and the circumstances I just gave you, tonight should be a win at Golden One.
I agree with the fact that it should be a win. You just asked me would I be happy with the win or a split. I agree. Now, look, I want to be greedy. I'm glad that you're getting to that point there, Nick, because you've kind of been the one on the show that's been a little hesitant. Me and you, to be honest.
Yes.
Me and you have definitely kind of, before we've called anything a win, we've taken our time, we've hypothesized about it, and we've thought of, a little more like, okay, yeah, I could see it. Maybe not, maybe so. But as far as getting greedy, yeah, sign me up. At this point, I want all 10. Give me all 10. I know it's not going to happen, but I would like to finish in the second spot. Again, when I say we, I'm going to always say
the 16th guy, as you said.
Absolutely. Come on now. You know what it is, man. South Sac. So that's the part of it is, yes, if you're asking me to do I want the win? Of course, especially against the Suns, you may see them down the road with or without Ayton, with or without KD. But if I'm going to be happy for the weekend on Monday, I'll take the split.
So that's the first game. We both agree they should win the first game.
Yes.
Then you got Utah tomorrow night. And here's what I say about that. The Jazz play tonight as well. The Jazz are playing tonight. And the Jazz, you know who they're playing? They're playing Milwaukee. So the Jazz have a game against the Bucks tonight. Then they're going to fly in late here to Sacramento. And they got to play you tomorrow night on the second night of a back-to-back. So, yeah, having back-to-backs this late in the season is no picnic. But it's much better to have a back-to-back when the other team also has a back-to-back.
Truth.
Both teams are dealing with the same situation. Second night of a back-to-back, but you have one big difference between you and them. You get to go home after this game, get in your bed, and sleep for the night. Those guys got to get on a plane, fly into Sacramento, and then get ready for tomorrow. So tomorrow, to me, is also a win. You win that game. You're dealing with a team that's on the road, second night of a back-to-back. They're home tonight, but they got to jump on the road, and they come right back tomorrow night to your place, a team that you should beat, a team that you should have beaten earlier this week. So give me both. Give me the back-to-back. I want to see both wins this weekend.
Would you be happy with the split, though?
I mean, happy's a relative word.
Half glass full. Come on now, courtside Kettles.
Maybe somewhat content.
Can't do it.
I don't know if I'd be happy, content.
Okay.
I'd be okay with it, but I wouldn't be doing cartwheels.
What's the opposite of if they went 0-2? And I'm not speaking this into fruition, but if they went 0-2,
it's over.
Okay.
No,
house is burning down.
I'm kidding. It's not over. No.
Okay.
But we'll dive deeper into that a little bit later. But if they do lose both games, look, the panic meter from like a 0 to 10 would inch up a little bit if they lost both games.
Really?
Yeah. Inch up a little bit.
In the fact of you would be looking in the rearview mirror,
in the
or
fact
you'd be
of
worried
no,
they're not
no.
going into the playoffs on a high note.
In the fact of you got to get your ish straight soon here, because if you lose, a bunch of games in the final 10, I'm not going to feel hyped about this team going in. I still think you could win a series even if you end on a down note, but I'd rather see you win these games than lose these games. And also start winning at home, man. Can you start winning at home? This has been something I've been talking about all year long that's driven me crazy. 21-15 isn't good enough. The Kings have a better road record this year than they have home record. There's no reason for that. They're 22-14 away from the G1C. They're 21-15 at Golden One. There's no reason for that. Start winning home games. Protect your turf. The postseason is 10 games away. You can't be giving home games away in the postseason.
Truth.
You got to turn it around right now. You got 10 games left. You got 5 and 5. 5 at home, 5 on the road. I'd love to see them win all 5 home games. I'd love it. But 21-15 at home is not good enough. And I've been talking about it all year. They got to be better than that. 916-339-1140 is the text line. Hold that thought. We'll come back with more. 916-339-1140. Phone number is 1-800-920-1140. Don't forget, youtube.com, Sactown Sports 1140. Would you be okay with a 1-1 weekend at the G1C, or are you like me? You want to get a little greedy here. You want both being W's. 916-339-1140. Phone lines open 1-800-920-1140. We'll get to your thoughts on this back-to-back. And if you'd be okay with 1-1, we'll get some more thoughts from JJ. And also in 90 seconds, we dig deep into the development of Keegan Murray.
Cattles and Ramie.
Sactown Sports. The only place you'll find Harrison Barnes is Sactown Sports.
He's got the bucket at the buzzer. Harrison Barnes.
Hey, Sacramento, it's Harrison Barnes, and you're listening to the home of the Sacramento Kings, Sactown Sports.
Your local sports leader.
Is your tub worn out, but you're not sure who to trust to replace it? With over 2 million successful bath remodels, people trust Bathfitter because we know how to do it right. We've been custom designing and manufacturing baths for over 35 years. Our unique tub-over-tub installation takes as little as a day with no demo to fit your busy schedule. And we offer a lifetime warranty on every tub. That's how confident we are in our quality and durability. Bathfitter, it just fits. Visit bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
Bartley Kavanaugh Golf Course is Sacramento's #1 course for fun. Players love Bartley Kavanaugh's fun design and great mixture of holes. Near the banks of the Sacramento River, Bartley Kavanaugh's moderately sized greens and generous fairway landing areas make for an affordable and fun round of golf. Bartley Kavanaugh offers a great pro shop, help planning your tournament or wedding, and a relaxing outdoor veranda for a cold beverage or a tasty meal. For tee times, visit BartleyKavanaugh.com. It's Sacramento's #1 course for fun.
Live and local in the afternoon.
They always keep you on edge.
Cattles
And Ramie.
on Sactown Sports.
We'll dig deep into the development of Keegan coming up in a few minutes. Some reaction from all of you, whether or not you feel like 1-1 would be acceptable over the next 2 nights at Golden One. Cole G, win the next 2 and start resting 1 starter at a time till the playoffs. A little bit of load management. JJ, you talking load management yet?
No way, no how. Not even close, man. The Kings have actually been the one team who hasn't approached load management. I'm not talking about it. I'm gonna go ahead and say put the young guns out there. Let's see what they happen. De'Aaron's young, Domas is young, Kessler's young, Malik is young, Davion is young. I mean, we got some guys that should have some fresh legs anyway, and they've never been to the playoffs for the most part, minus Domas, a couple other guys, Trey Lyles, guys like that, Harrison Barnes. Yeah, now if you want to rest HB, go ahead. The OG of the squad.
Yeah.
Go ahead and rest HB. HB's in fantastic condition always, as we called him yesterday, a consummate professional. But when it comes down to load management, now if you already are locked in a second and third spot, I would say within the last 2 or 3 games, maybe sit 1 down. Beyond that, no, let's play. Gas, pedal.
Gas pedal. TCG says need some payback on Utah. Yes, I'd love to see some payback on Utah. I'll be at that game tomorrow night.
Courtside.
I would not courtside.
Where you at this time?
Row Q.
Nah.
Back in row Q, baby.
You're back there with me
I
now.
don't believe that.
I'm not as cool as all you. Simone's the gatekeeper all of a sudden this week for tickets.
Sometimes I hold
JJ,
something.
you're always sitting in great spots.
Nah, man.
Absolutely.
Verlad's got hookups.
Yep.
Courtside.
I'm the
cabins.
guy stuck in Q. Row Q. I'll see you row Q tomorrow night.
I was just going to say, I've never been in row Q, so I was trying to think about it
Yeah,
in my
see?
mind.
Stop it.
That's
You
because I'm
gotta
higher.
Stop.
Oh.
I never. You're so silly.
It's because you can't look up that high towards where I'm sitting.
To the Section 210 squad.
Yeah, that's me.
Section 113, row Q. If you're there at the game tomorrow night, swing on by and say hello. Just
You're
don't,
not gonna find. You're not
be
gonna
mean.
find Nick.
Don't
there.
be mean.
Don't worry about that.
Am I Drock? We went at home when we stopped chanting "Light the beam" with 2 minutes left and a 5-point difference. So stop being cocky.
Do it more.
The thing though, it really has bothered me though all year. 21-15 at home.
Yeah.
This fan base is too damn good. That arena is too damn loud, and this team is too damn good as well to go 21-15 at home. When you look at it, the Nuggets are 30-6. The Grizzlies are 31-5. I mean, the Suns are 23-12. A couple games better than you.
Yeah.
And they've had a lot of guys out.
Sure.
You've been healthy, and you're 21-15 at home. I really can't believe this team. And look, the pro side of that is when you win on the road as much as the Kings have done, it is usually an indication of being a really good basketball team. So that's the good part of it. Like, I am mad at the road record. Road record's fantastic. I wish they played at home a little bit better to be 21-15. They've lost some games that we know they shouldn't have lost.
Sure.
They've lost some games at Golden One that they should have wrapped up. And it's not the end of the world. It's just, man, I wish they took advantage of such a great home court that they have. And for some reason, they just haven't done it all year. So I would love to see them. Again, they got 10 games left, 5 on the road, 5 at home. I'd love to see them close out home, man. I know it's probably too much to ask to go 5 in Zippo, but 4-1 would be great. If you could finish 4-1 on the season and, your home record is, what would it be, 25-16, still not spectacular, but okay, you're almost 10 games above 500.
I believe the Kings are still learning. They're learning on the fly. And part of protecting your home court is learning how to do that.
Yeah.
They seem to have learned to know how to win on the road to a certain extent. But when they come home, I don't know if it's just the pressures of being in here and, the family and all those type of things. When you're on the road, we know the story. You don't have to really worry about nothing beside eating and playing. So I think the Kings right now, just as Kings fans are, we're relearning how to see this team in the playoffs. We're relearning to see this team protect home court. We're relearning just as much as they are. And so I know you want to protect the home field advantage, the home court advantage, playing at home, but I'm not so much as sold on that, because I do know this: in the playoffs, you have to go win on the road. And the Kings have showed me their ability to go and win on the road.
Right.
And so I'm not now, don't get me wrong, Nick. I don't want to, because it looks like the Kings, and we're going to knock on all kind of wood, the Kings will have home court advantage in the first round. I definitely don't want to see a split, a 1-1.
No.
Because then it puts the pressure on you, and now you really have to go on the road.
Especially with the fact that this team is inexperienced in the postseason. Most of them. I mean, HB's been there. A couple guys have been there, but we're talking about a mostly inexperienced team in that setting. You definitely want to take care of business in the postseason. This might not matter at all. I mean, we might get into the postseason. We might look at the home record and say, well, it didn't matter. They turned it up at home in the playoffs, and everything was great. Chris Herring, our friend at SI, wrote about Keegan Murray over the last 24 hours. Good story by Chris. If you want to check it out again, it's at SI. And here's what he wrote about Keegan. Murray's been otherworldly on handoff looks. Among the 18 players who've gotten at least 100 handoff possessions this season, the rookie has the second highest effective field goal rate in the entire league, putting him in front of Steph Curry. And the only person he's behind, you guessed it, Kevin Huerter. Tellingly, King star guard De'Aaron Fox ranks 5th at 57.7. So when you look at handoffs, the Kings have 3 of the top 5 most efficient field goal rates in the NBA. It's truly tremendous. And Chris continues to write about Sabonis' incredible screening ability and how the skill is undoubtedly why the Kings have utilized 751 handoffs, a whopping 113 more than the next closest team. Those DHOs, man, over and over and over again. And Chris writes, perhaps the scariest thing about all this, JJ, is that Murray is just getting his feet wet. For how much he might show a reluctance to try new things, the handoffs are almost entirely brand new to him as a basketball player. At his 2 seasons prior to this one at Iowa, Murray had just 9 possessions, 5 as a sophomore, 4 as a freshman, in which he took a handoff from a teammate.
Yeah.
He only had 9 handoffs. 9 handoffs in the 2 seasons he started Iowa. And he comes to a team that does nothing but dribble handoffs. And Keegan, even though he had that utter lack of, experience with that kind of offensive play in college, he is one of the most efficient in the entire NBA in making shots off of that play. And that goes to a couple of things to me, JJ. Number one, his development. And I love just watching a young player develop. And number two, shout out to Monty, the front office and this coaching staff, because they felt like Keegan could translate to this kind of offense, even though it wasn't on film a lot at Iowa. They still said he could be that guy that can run those DHOs with Domas, and we think it could work and that he could be effective and efficient, and he's been just that.
It sounds like a college quarterback who plays out of the shotgun and trying to work up under the center. When you were reading what Chris Herron, friend of the show, by the way, was talking about when it comes to Keegan's development, from 9 to 700 plus, we're asking, the top quarterback to come over here and show that you can hand off. The Kings are making more handoffs than a backup quarterback right now in the NFL. But I think it just shows just what you said. It shows the development of who Keegan is. It also kind of puts in parentheses for me in the limelight of a rookie season and what Keegan's had to go through.
Yeah.
Because we judge on numbers a lot of times. We don't judge on the intangibles, the small things, the things that they're working on that we don't to see, right?
Right. Yep.
And so that just lets me know that the belief of Monty is what you touched on, and just the talent of who Keegan really is, the fact that he can translate from a college player, a college quarterback that's working out the shotgun, to now a person who's working under center. I think that just shows how talented Keegan is. And to be honest, man, I think the sky's the limit. Now, I don't know the limit of that, and we'll talk about that, but I do think he has the ability, which he's showing and which he's proving to, and now that we have kind of the intangibles, the behind the door numbers, that this guy is actually going to be pretty good.
And that is the true, specialty of a good front office.
Sure.
Right? The true telltale sign of a front office that gets it is a front office that watches a player and says, okay, well, he might not have done this in college, but we think we put him out there with the supporting cast that we have. We project him to be able to do that.
Yep.
And that's why it's tough. We always get wrapped up into the draft talk and the pundits and all that, but you don't really know, because most of it is a projection, and not everything somebody that does in college is something they're going to be able to do in the NBA, and not everything that they did not do in college is something that they can't do in the NBA. So, Monty McNair and this coaching staff, number one, they projected, they evaluated him and said he can do that. And number two, shout out to the coaching staff who obviously has worked with him on that, so he can not only be able to do it, but do it at a high freaking level.
And they continuously, every time you guys or we talk to a coach, it's all about Keegan being more aggressive. We want Keegan to shoot the rock a little more. De'Aaron Fox wants, Keegan to get it right. Some of these guys see the talent that Keegan is bringing to the table, and they're asking to see more. So that entails and lets us know that there's a little more in the cupboard that Keegan hasn't revealed to us, and albeit because he has Domas and Fox and Malik and Kevin and guys like that in front of him, so to say. But I'm excited, man, to see what he has down the future and what he's going, his progressions, because that's the fantastic part of watching the youngster come into the game and see how he progresses. And then, with the finality of 26, 27, 28, it's like, oh man, I didn't see that. I didn't know we could do that.
Right.
A la De'Aaron Fox.
Don't forget about the website, SactownSports.com, or the app, Sactown Sports 1140. We'll continue with the Kings talk. Also, a strange story surrounding a former MVP gets even stranger. That's next.
Cattles and Ramie.
Sactown Sports.
To you by Bonnie.
I'm Tamara Berg in the KCRA 3 Weather Center. And we've got a nice day to enjoy. Sunshine, clouds mixing in, along with a light northwest breeze planned for highs today, upper 50s to low 60s. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA 3 News and the KCRA 3 app.
When it comes to your sewer, what goes down must come out. Get a detailed video inspection absolutely free with any sewer drain cleaning, and keep life flowing in the right direction. Plumbing, sewer, electrical, heating, and air, Bonnie.com.
For a precision-crafted performance, the decision is easy. A new Acura from Acura of Stockton. Get the driving experience you've been waiting for in a new Acura. Get the best selection and customer service you deserve from Acura of Stockton. Shop in person or use our online express store at AcuraofStockton.com. Acura of Stockton will buy your trade, even if you don't buy from us. Don't settle for less than precision-crafted performance of a new Acura from Acura of Stockton and AcuraofStockton.com.
Thunder, feel the thunder. It ignites something inside of you. Lightning and the thunder, thunder. Sets alight an elevated state of being. Days are pure exhilaration. And the nights, they're simply electric. See it, hear it, feel it. Thunder, feel the thunder. Lightning and the thunder. Thunder Valley Casino Resort. Feel the thunder.
After 11 years on KHTK and a 6-year hiatus, Talkin' Money with Jeff Tarbell returns Saturdays, 10 a.m. right here on Sactown Sports.
Talkin' Money!
Guys, did you know your testosterone level impacts your energy, libido, sleep, weight, hair loss, mood, and even ED? And right now, Revive Men's Health Sacramento will check your testosterone for free. They've helped thousands of men since 2011 feel and perform better. They're so confident they can help you, they even guarantee it. Schedule your free testosterone test, exam, and consultation today. Call 916-277-8599. That's 916-277-8599. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com.
Individual rates, coverage, offerings, and savings may vary, subject to terms and conditions, not available in all areas. If you're a small business owner, listen up. Pi Insurance wants to give you one of those aha moments, the kind that could save you money. Workers' comp is probably one of the biggest costs you face. But did you know that insurance providers have flexibility in setting their prices? That's right. But many don't bother giving small businesses the savings you deserve. Instead, you can get lumped in with other businesses and overcharged. Pi Insurance was created to change that. With Pi, you get a quote tailored specifically to your business, and you could save up to 30% with no hassle and no hidden fees. Plus, when you sign up for pay-as-you-go billing, your premium is based on your actual payroll, not an estimate. So your workers' comp audit experience is simplified. Take 3 minutes to see how much you could save with Pi Insurance. Ask your agent for Pi or go to trypi.com. That's TRYPIE.com.
If the sticker price markups that new car dealers are demanding are scaring you away from a brand new vehicle, you can still get the vehicle you want and save thousands at M&S Auto on El Camino right off the Cap City Freeway. M&S Auto has literally hundreds of gently used but beautiful Silverados, Rams, and Tacomas. And if you love muscle cars, they've got Challengers and Mustangs too. M&S Auto Sales. Great cars and trucks and fair deals every day. Come and get yours. MSAutogroup.com.
You're staying warm and comfortable this winter? Take advantage of American Energy's $49 furnace tune-up today. Make sure your furnace is running efficiently and safely with their 30-point tune-up. That'll save you money in the long run and help prevent major repairs and replacements down the road. American Energy, as always, been in Sacramento since 1981. A-plus rating with the Better Business Bureau. Make the uncomfortable comfortable. And you tell me good buddy Carmichael Dave sent you.
Call 916-520-9990 now.
Sactown Sports.
Headlines. It's Simone Rickford with your Sactown Sports headlines. Huge playoff implications going down at Golden One Center tonight. Sacramento Kings are back in action hosting the Phoenix Suns. If Sacramento can lock in a dub tonight, they will go 6 games up on Phoenix in the Pacific Division and would be well in control of winning that pennant, an elusive title the Kings haven't held since 2003. As those Sacramento Kings continue to flirt with breaking the playoff drought, you can download our Sactown Sports app or check out SactownSports.com for 24/7 playoff navigation and the latest seeding updates. I'm Simone. Those are your Sactown Sports headlines. Let's keep it going right here on Cattles and Ramie with JJ in the studio.
One brings Makloff magic, while the other, we're still trying to figure that out.
Cattles and Ramie.
Sactown Sports.
JJ in for Ramie on this Friday. Happy Friday, everybody. Do we think that Ramie is just sitting at home? Because I know he's sitting at home, but do you think he's listening or watching? No chance. No chance.
He's not like me.
He's watching Netflix or something. He's binge watching something.
Checked out.
Whenever Ramie does show up to like the morning show, he always is a participant in the chat, so we'll know if he's here.
Really? He participates in the morning chat?
Occasionally.
Really?
Him and Dave have a thing. They go back and forth on Twitter, and
if he's awake at that time, he'll be in the chat.
I think he and Dave are developing a relationship. Might be a little jealous.
Yeah.
By the way, we did
no need to be
update on Ramie and our good boy Oz. We all got a text last night. I was very happy. I got home and pulled out the phone from the pocket, and I saw the group text from Ramie, which was a picture of him driving and Oz in the back seat chilling. He did have one of those satellite dishes around his neck.
Yes,
it felt
he did.
bad.
Yep.
But Oz is on his way to recovery.
It's a beautiful thing, man. One of those flying saucers, when you have the dogs with the flying saucers on the neck.
Not the flying saucer.
Yeah. They can't even get back to the hind quarters back there.
I know. And they think they can, so they just keep trying.
The cone of shame.
It's awful. But Oz will be good. Ward just literally said, he typed into the YouTube chat what Simone just said, the cone of shame.
It's a thing.
Shout out up.
Same exact thought at the same exact time. It's a little scary. So shout out to Ramie. Shout out to Oz again on his way to recovery. Ramie home today. He had a vacation day booked. He just took it. Might as well finish out the week and hang out at home. So not sure if he's going to Vegas. He's supposed to go to Vegas this weekend. Is he going to Vegas, Kyle? Have you heard?
I am waiting to find out tonight because I will be watching the old Oz if they are.
Oh, that boy.
The shot clock's down to 2.
You go.
At some point tonight, you'll find out.
Sometime tonight, Ramie's going to let me know.
You gotta love Ramie.
You're the dog sitter?
I've been the dog sitter. Yeah. That's why I've seen Ramie's cool apartment and his cool loft at the rooftop of his apartment.
Wow. Lofts and
I haven't seen the rooftop.
Cattles.
The rooftop's quite nice.
Time.
It's nice to just go up there, veg out. I like to do journaling up there. It's great.
Ramie says at some point he's going to invite us over and hang out on the rooftop. I am not waiting with bated breath. We'll see. Ramie got a little sketchy track record with that. We'll see. We'll see if we actually get over there on the rooftop, all of us. Would be fun. I'm thinking of something really fun, by the way. I got to talk to you off the air, JJ.
I'm with it. Come on,
I was
brother.
talking to Kelly about it
I like it. Yeah. Sign me up.
All right. We'll get back to the Kings. Got a lot of Kings talk today, of course. Sean Cunningham also joining us in the 4 o'clock hour. But this is a really, really strange story. So we talked about a Pro Football Talk article on Lamar Jackson. And Mike Florio wrote that a non-certified rep was contacting teams to let them know that Lamar was ready to move on from Baltimore. And so at the time we said, well, that's kind of strange, but okay, I guess, right? Well, now there's more to the story. All of this came out yesterday. The NFL sent a memo to teams, and this is partially what the memo said. The NFLPA has informed us that a person by the name of Ken Francis, who is not an NFLPA certified agent, may be contacting clubs and attempting to persuade club personnel to enter into negotiations with or concerning Lamar Jackson, who is currently under a non-exclusive franchise tender. As an uncertified person, Mr. Francis is prohibited from negotiating offer sheets or player contracts or discussing potential trades on behalf of any NFL player or prospective player or assisting in or advising with respect to such negotiations. They point to Article 48 of the NFL CBA. An offer sheet, which may result in an NFL player contract, may only be negotiated with the player if he is acting on his own behalf or with the player's NFLPA certified agent. To be clear, Mr. Jackson is not currently represented by an NFLPA certified agent. Violation of this rule may result in disapproval of any offer sheet or resulting player contract entered into by Mr. Jackson and the new club. So, i.e., this guy ain't certified. If you negotiate a contract with this guy and you try to give us that contract is not going to be ruled as a legitimate contract. Tom Pelissero of the NFL Network tweeted that Ken Francis is a Florida man, of course, Florida, who most recently was pitching a home fitness invention. He now is trying to negotiate a 9-figure contract with NFL teams. Then Lamar came into this, And Lamar jumped on the old Twitter machine, and he quote tweeted Pelissero. And Jackson tweeted, "Stop lying. That man never tried to negotiate for me," with a couple of crying, laughing emojis. Then all of this was followed by a Jackson tweet that had a video that was a commercial promoting a gym that he's opening. Wouldn't you know it, he's opening this gym with Ken Francis.
Of course.
So Pelissero comes back and he tweets, so to recap, the NFL told teams today they are prohibited from negotiating with a Florida man named Ken Francis, whom Lamar Jackson says never tried to negotiate for him, but is his business partner on a forthcoming home fitness invention with a commercial starring Lamar Jackson.
Yes.
What's going on?
I'm confused just listening to you there, Nick. I've read the story two or three different places, watched the NFL Network. I've done my research, and I just don't understand where Lamar is putting himself in. I hope it's not Lamar. I hope it's not Lamar's camp. I hope it's just someone who's taking advantage of the relationship of knowing Lamar, and they're being greedy. They are being malicious towards NFL teams,
right?
And trying to basically win off Lamar's name. If Lamar is part of this, dude, you got a big time problem. Let's just keep it real. If you're sending cats to reach out, get some information, figure out something for you, when you've already chosen not to have a certified agent, a big name guy, someone that you can absolutely trust, someone who's known in NFL circles, then you're playing around, man. And to be honest, you're playing around with your life. You're playing around with your livelihood.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure he has enough money to live for the rest of his life, but he's super young still. He's mid-20s. I just don't know what to. This has become so much of a mess.
It is a messy operation.
Yes, man. And I feel bad in the fact that I was rooting for Lamar to kind of break the cycle of needing an agent. But you know what, man? Because of these things that are happening, I'm almost to the point now, like I'm 99.9% at the point where you just need to get someone who's certified, let them go in and speak on your behalf, swallow your pride, and move on.
Yep. These are the things that can happen when you do not surround yourself with people that have experience with negotiating at high levels. And this has just been really a mess. And I'm not saying that Lamar is at all to blame here. Obviously, the Ravens are frustrated by the situation as well, and they've said some things publicly. Last offseason it was, hey, man, we want to negotiate with Lamar, but he's not picking up the phone.
Yep.
And this is what happens. Like when you have inexperienced people negotiating for you, like they might not keep the lines of communication open, and that's vital. They might be calling Lamar and Lamar's not getting back to them, thinking that his representation, whoever it is, this guy, Ken Francis, and he's got some family members involved. Like, I don't even know what's going on. And they can't communicate correctly, let alone work on hundreds of millions of dollars of guaranteed money during these negotiations. Like, if you can't figure out how to communicate easy things, how in the world are you going to negotiate such a landmark contract that Jackson wants?
Right.
It is absolutely a disaster. And I don't know if Lamar has his feet dug in so deep now that he's like, no, I'm standing by my people. And if he is, I don't know what's going to happen
Could
with
be to
this.
the detriment of who he is, his contract, the money he makes. And I get it. You want to stay loyal to the soil. I definitely understand that. But at what cost? We're at the point at what cost?
Right.
And we most of the time, some of the hardest things to do is admit when you're wrong in life.
Yep.
And Lamar, as you said, he might just be standing so tall that he might be missing a blessing that's coming his way at this point.
Or his people around him are telling him certain things.
Yeah.
And they're inexperienced.
A la Ja Morant.
Like they might be thinking that the Ravens are doing something wrong during these negotiations or treating him with disrespect. And it might not be that at all.
Sure.
But so there's just so many unknowns when you have inexperienced people around you working on something so big.
Yes.
And he's putting a lot of risk to this. Like if he comes back this year and hopefully he doesn't get hurt, but if he plays on this tag and he gets hurt, then what happens?
Yeah, it's a big issue.
I don't get it. How do we not get to it? It's coming up.
Catch every Niners game right here.
It's a new partnership. It's a new day. We're going to be able to build some things together. But let's not fool anybody. This has always been a Niners town.
Here's Purdy out of the gun looking for McCaffrey on the goal line. Touchdown! San Francisco!
For 49ers football in the 916.
You can't host movie night on your phone's hotspot. It's time for real home internet on the Xfinity 10G network. The future starts now. New customers can get 200 megabit Xfinity internet for just $25 a month for 2 years during our Xfinity 10G network launch celebration, now through April 23rd. Go to Xfinity.com/10G, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Requires paperless billing and autopay with stored bank account. Restrictions apply. Taxes and fees extra. After promo, regular rates apply to internet service and devices. Actual speeds vary.
At Ashton and Price, over the last 25 years, we've won just about every injury case you can think of. Slip and fall, falling merchandise, fell through rotted decking, we won those. Dangerous stairs, falls into holes, dog bites, won them. Injured while pedestrian or on a bicycle, auto, motorcycle, big rig, company vehicle, Uber, or Lyft accident, we've won them all. And the best news is there's no fee until you win. So no matter how you got injured,
remember, for the best advice, don't think twice. Call Ashton and Price.
Do you know what people see when they Google you? Search engines don't always get it right. And when they're wrong, it's your reputation on the line. So what do you do when you don't agree with your search results? Call Reputation Defender at 800-401-6681. Reputation Defender by Norton is one of the most trusted names in online reputation repair. We have over a decade of experience in fixing people's search results, and we can help you too. Using cutting-edge approaches, Reputation Defender pushes unflattering information down to lower pages of your search results, where few people ever look. We also promote the good stuff so that it rises to the top, letting you put your best foot forward. Your good name is too valuable to leave to the whims of a Google algorithm. You owe it to yourself to take control with Reputation Defender. Visit www.reputationdefender.com or call 800-401-6681 for free advice on your situation. 800-401-6681. That's 800-401-6681.
At Elk Grove Honda, not only do we have a great selection of pre-owned certified cars at very fair prices, but every one of our pre-owned automobiles are treated with kid gloves with a 182-point inspection that covers everything from unibody to tires to brakes and engine filters. Then our certified cars receive a mobile oil change and fresh fill-up with full synthetic mobile oil. We know you have lots of choices of where to purchase your next car. Come to Elk Grove Honda, home of the 182-point inspection and mobile oil change. We're in the Elk Grove Auto Mall, Highway 99 at Elk Grove Boulevard.
When you take the time to shop at Folsom Lake Honda, there's one thing you'll always find: happy people ready to serve you. As a family-owned and operated dealership since 2009, customer service is our #1 priority. Our customers love doing business with us, and you will too.
Looking to own or lease? During the spring sales event, drive a brand new Accord or Civic. Visit us today at FolsomLakeHonda.com, your one-stop Honda shop.
Folsom Lake Honda, yeah, your one-stop Honda shop.
2 minutes left. 2 minutes left. Hands up. No fouls. No fouls. Yes. Great job. Timeout. Hello, Sacramento, and all you listeners, it's Doug Christie here for the Good Feet store. Did you know that when your feet are not properly supported, your whole body can become misaligned, causing pain in your feet, knees, hips, or back? Good Feet arch supports are designed to support all 4 arches of the foot, placing the feet in their ideal pain-relieving position and aligning the body from the feet up. Good Feet arch supports come in a wide range of over 300 styles, flexibilities, and sizes, so customers can be precisely fit with the arch supports that meets their personal needs. It's one reason why Good Feet arch supports are only available at the Good Feet store. Visit the Good Feet store now for a free personalized arch support fitting and then take them for a walk. Experience for yourself the pain-relieving comfort, balance, and support of Good Feet. In Sacramento, Roseville, Stockton, Modesto, and Vacaville. Online at goodfeet.com.
Kevin Lewis of National Garage Door. Whether you need to repair a broken spring, install the new opener, or buy a quality Rainer door, National Garage Door is here for you. Call us today to see how we can transform your house with a new garage door.
638-4554 National Garage Door.
Golf to Go is brought to you by the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop. Here's Frank LaRosa.
There are plenty of reasons to love golf in Northern California. With giant redwoods lining the fairways, the best Alistair McKenzie course you've never played is Northwood Golf Club's 9-holer along the Russian River. The 7th hole at Pebble Beach is a beauty or a beast. Play a sand wedge or a 5-iron depending on the direction of the wind. Down the road a bit, Pacific Grove Golf Course sports a gazillion-dollar ocean view and a green fee about 1/10 of Pebble Beach. San Francisco's Presidio Golf Course survived the 1906 earthquake and was home course to President Teddy Roosevelt. In the summer, you can tee it up on the ocean at the links at Bodega Harbor at dawn and tap in at sunset in the mountains at Old Greenwood in Truckee. Unlike Caddyshack's Carl Spackler, a good superintendent goes unnoticed working behind the scenes. Green thumbs up. There's a lot to love about golf, and as columnist Thomas Boswell wrote, when you fall in love with golf, you seldom fall easy. It's obsession at first sight. That's your Golf to Go. I'm Frank LaRosa.
With you 1 mile at a time during the afternoon drive. Cattles and Ramie.
Sactown Sports.
Remind you all guests come to you from the Folsom Lake Honda Hotline. Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop. Ward in the YouTube chat, youtube.com, Sactown Sports 1140. Give us that thumbs up if you can. It'd be very, very much appreciated. Trying to get to 50 likes to start off. 50 likes. See if we can get to that on a Friday. We're up to 15 right now. A lot of work to do there. But Ward commenting and complimenting JJ on his hat.
Mic check.
Mic check.
Shouts out to Ward, man. Yeah,
Ward says that hat is fire.
Man, I'm trying to be, brother. Petro, gasoline, kerosene. I flip hats quite a bit, just about every day. I do wear a hat.
You are a big hat guy.
Yeah, I am, man.
You're a very big hat guy.
Yes, sir.
I also love the hat. If you can't see the hat on YouTube, it's a Nintendo controller.
Yes.
Is that what that is?
It is.
It's on the hat.
Oh, I love it even more now.
Yeah, it is. Maybe I should straighten it up or something. I got the CC Sabathia going, Nick. Or
I think you're good.
Oh, okay.
I think you're good.
All right.
Anyway, let's get to something that we haven't talked a lot about this week, and that's the NCAA tournament. We'll get back to the Kings in less than 15 minutes. But tourney talk. Let's start with this weird story about UConn. So UConn is playing their tournament games this weekend in Vegas. And this is a story from CT Insider. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Of course, you have to start the story with that.
Great writing.
The UConn men's basketball team found that out the hard way on Tuesday. When the Huskies arrived at their hotel on Tuesday evening. By the way, quick timeout. Look up at the TV, JJ.
Oh, yeah.
Kim Mulkey, LSU head coach. What is she wearing?
She's got the peacock / flamingo joint going. She looks like she's a Vegas dancer. Take a look.
That blazer is out of pocket.
That's the Craig Sager joint.
My goodness. Anyway, when the Huskies arrived at their hotel on Tuesday evening, they immediately found several of their rooms to be in awful condition. Let's just say the room's previous occupants seemingly enjoyed Vegas a little too much. No tigers or roosters running around the rooms, but it apparently looked like the boys from The Hangover had been there the night before. Dirt, vomit, ... and worse.
What could be worse than vomit?
Oh,
God.
Yeah.
Dirt, vomit, and worse. The NCAA is in charge of booking hotels for each team, and after UConn appraised it of the situation, the Huskies were moved to a nearby high-level hotel.
So were they not in the high-level hotel the first time?
Apparently not.
Because when I read a couple of articles, whoever is writing the articles, they did not put the hotel, the establishment that they were in. So the hotel, the establishment, they're getting off a little easy here because they have not been identified yet.
The NCAA got a deal.
Contract.
They don't want to go back and loose lips cause issues for Vegas. They got to treat Vegas well, because Vegas is, I'm sure, treating them well.
So where do you think, just taking a wild guess as a man who just came back from Vegas, where do you think on the Strip those guys are staying?
Jeez. I don't know.
Are they okay? We all know Vegas has tiers to this, right?
Yeah.
So you can either be at the Hooters down at on the Super South in the Ohio.
I doubt they were at the Bellagio.
Oh no. Okay, so that's the top. Caesars, Bellagio.
Yeah, I doubt they were at
situation.
Caesars. Where's Paris?
Paris is like
same time.
Yeah, maybe the middle.
Middle.
Yeah.
75. Yeah.
You got the link. T.I. Treasure Island. New York.
I think you're getting closer. I think you're getting closer with Treasure Island.
Okay.
I think you're probably getting closer with Treasure Island.
Harris. The Flamingo.
Hey, Harris treated me well. I'm not gonna say anything.
There you go.
I didn't stay at Harris, but the table treated me well.
Well, there it was.
A certain I can't say it. I can't say
Geographic?
it. Nope.
Oh,
geometric. There we go.
Geometric. Okay.
Shape. Hotel, perhaps. You guys feeling me?
Is it
Say it.
is it a
I mean,
pyramid?
The Luxor.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
The Luxor.
That's my guess. Allegedly.
Luxor. Yeah.
What are the odds that Rami's going to stay at the same hotel?
I hope not. Ramie's never been in Vegas. I mean, he's been in the airport, but he's never stayed in Vegas. That would be an awful hello to Vegas for Ramie.
I think it would be the perfect hello to Vegas.
No, it wouldn't. Hey, it didn't hurt them, though. They crushed Arkansas. So there you have it. It didn't really bother them on the floor.
From the YouTube chat, we have Circus, Treasure Island. Someone said it was Luxor.
Oh, it was Luxor.
That's what someone said,
Okay.
allegedly.
That's what Brian Jones says. Brian Jones. T.I. would not surprise me. But on the floor, we had K-State versus Michigan State, and this game was so good, JJ and I did not leave the studio when we finished the show yesterday. We stood here and waited until the end. We're like, we are going to watch the end of this game together. We have to make this happen. And here's how it ended.
Let's see where it goes.
On the reverse alley-oop play, is that?
Nope.
Let's see where it goes.
Okay, there we go.
Michigan State, will they take a quick 2? They're down 3. Here's Hauser, gives it up. Clock ticks. Hall finding Walker. Walker already stripped by Noel. Ball is loose. Noel comes out of the pack. Noel dribbles, and he lays it in. Count the basket, and Kansas State wins it. The Wildcats are headed for the Elite Eight.
I was a happy man. You were a happy man.
Yes.
Marquise Noel,
Dude was ball.
20 and 19. And there was this play, 92-92, with 58 seconds left in the OT. And people thought that there was an argument between Jerome Tang, who's the head coach of K-State, and Noel. And then people thought that the argument was a fake argument, like a trick play. But Tang said that wasn't the case. He ended up telling the media that, no, that's not what happened. He was trying to call out a play. Noel was thinking about another play. And meanwhile, the recipient of the alley-oop had eye contact with Noel, so Noel just kind of threw it up in the middle of that conversation between he and the coach.
Wouldn't it have been better if they would have just said, no, we playing that?
100%.
Yeah.
In fairness, the coach kind of did. He was like, don't tell them. They'll know next time.
So that happened. Then we had Gonzaga and UCLA. That was the last game of the night. UCLA was woeful in the second half offensively. They could not throw the ball in the ocean. Drew Timme had 36, 13, and 4. But Gonzaga almost had an epic meltdown. They were up by like 9 points with about a minute plus to go. They were missing free throws. Malachi Smith threw the ball, for some unknown reason to Mick Cronin, the head coach of UCLA, and turned the ball over in the backcourt. It was a disaster. They fouled Jaquez not once but twice for a 3-point play. I mean, they were teaching a class on how to lose a game. But
survive in advance.
They survive with this.
Chances are you'll get more than one opportunity.
Walker for the lead.
Here comes Campbell. The other way. Stripped to the ball. Foul UCLA.
Julian Strother from the logo.
I mean, he pulled up something vicious.
From the S on March Madness. Unbelievable.
Then they had to steal Nick, and then what gets me, what I like is when guys make the play, and then they kind of stare unconsciously, like into the fans or at the camera, or it's like, okay, I see you, big dog. I see you.
It is quite a thing to witness the last 30 seconds of that game.
Yes.
The swings in that game of momentum, and Gonzaga again trying to give the game to UCLA, and then you have Strother hit a 3 from the logo, and then for some reason Gonzaga gets fouled in it's 1.1 second left. UCLA has no timeouts, and for some reason Gonzaga makes the free throw, allowing UCLA to inbound, and Campbell almost hit a three.
A
deep three to kick it into OT. That would have been a disaster.
Sure.
Missed the free throw. They didn't have any timeouts. There's 1 second left. They're not going to be able to grab the rebound, land on the floor, turn around, and chuck it from 94 feet into the bucket. And if they do,
are you Gonzaga's been so close. They've been like what I feel the darling of the NCAA tournament in college basketball for at least 20 years now at this point. Of course, I'm rooting for UT, but if UT somehow falls, and I believe they're on the same side of the bracket, if I'm not mistaken, if they fall, I wouldn't mind see Gonzaga play in the finals and win it. Do you feel that same way, Nick, or you can care less?
I couldn't care less.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm with you, JJ. Gonzaga has stolen UCLA's birthright to championships. They've been the best program in college basketball the last 8 years. I would like them to win.
The birthright?
They've been the best program in college. They play in a conference. Give me a break.
They were undefeated and in the championship game twice.
Conference matters. I understand.
You ain't feeling the dub, CC?
Anyway.
It's why the story's so great.
De'Aaron Fox has a lofty comparison for Keegan. Find out what that is next.
Cattles
and Ramie.
Sactown Sports. It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
I know it's weird that I've never been to a playoff game, but
I was going to say I've never missed one, but that's not true. But I've been to most of them.
Like, I don't think I just don't know if I could handle it mentally. I need a constant supply of snack food.
Yes.
I mean, but I would just be straight up mainlining popcorn. I might have to actually go to some therapy or something this playoff season.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross. Weekday mornings from 6 to 10 on Sactown Sports.
For your everyday vehicle. Right now, you can get 5 quarts with an STP oil filter for only $26.99. Do the complete job for the right price. Get the parts you need when you need them at AutoZone or AutoZone.com.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
When was the last time you heard of a new car for only $298 a month? How about today at Elk Grove Kia? Your choice, 2023 Kia Forte GT or 2023 Kia Soul EX for only $298 a month. Incredible. With Elk Grove Kia's exclusive 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty. Why would you buy anywhere else? Worried about credit? Elk Grove Kia specializes in helping folks get the credit they deserve. No credit, little credit, bad credit, no problem. Bankruptcies, foreclosures, repos, no problem. Looking for the hard-to-find models, Tellurides, K5s, EV6s? Check us out online at elkgrovekia.com or come see us at the Elk Grove Auto Mall today.
2023 Kia Soul EX 298 plus tax, 48 monthly, $31.95 customer cash to assigning residual of $15,603.80 based on 10K per year, 20 cents per mile over payment based on 01740 plus FICO score. Kia finance approval month. This payment GK858 2023 Kia Forte GT 298 plus tax, 36 monthly, $39.95 customer cash to assigning residual of $13,140 based on 10K per year, payment at 01740 plus FICO score, subject to Kia finance approval month. This payment GK8581 both expires 3/31/23.
Hey kids, Carmichael Dave here. I want to talk to you about my good friends at Amy Ace Hardware in Carmichael and El Dorado Hills. Listen, they've just been awarded platinum status by Traeger Grills, just one of over 300 dealers nationwide. I've got a Traeger. I got it from Amy. It's fantastic. Listen, platinum status. That means they offer elevated customer experiences with knowledgeable staff members that know the grills inside and out. It also means Amy Ace Hardware carries the newest selection of Traeger products. Now, they're celebrating this Saturday at both locations in Carmichael on El Camino near Watt and in the El Dorado Hills Town Center. So come see the new Timberline XL. That's the one I've got. The brand new Flat Rock Grill in action Saturday, and try some wood-fired food. See the entire line of great Traeger grills. Be ready for the barbecue season. 2 locations, Amy Ace Hardware, Carmichael on El Camino near Watt, and El Dorado Town Center off Highway 50. Tell them Carmichael Dave sent you.
Individual rates, coverage offerings, and savings may vary. Subject to terms and conditions. Not available in all areas. Actual pie customer.
The other workers' comp insurance company, they were going to reclassify our business, and then they were going to charge me $50,000.
Meet Natalie, owner of the carpentry shop. Shocked by an unexpected bill, she knew it was time to switch her workers' comp provider. That's when she found Pie Insurance.
When we got the quote back from Pie, it was a sigh of relief. They put us in a policy where we fit.
Is your small business overpaying for workers' comp insurance? See how much you could save at trypie.com. Plus, when you sign up for pay-as-you-go billing, your premium is based on your actual payroll, not an estimate. So your workers' comp audit experience is simplified.
I'm grateful that there's a company out there that's willing to insure us little guys because every dollar counts.
With Pie Insurance, you get pricing and coverage made for small businesses. What are you waiting for? Ask your agent for Pie or get a quote in 3 minutes at trypie.com. That's TRYPIE.com.
Guys, your testosterone level impacts your energy, drive, weight, hair loss, and even ED. Revive Men's Health Sacramento will check your T level for free. For your free T level check, exam, and consultation, call 916-277-8599 or visit revivemenshealth.com.
KHTK AM HD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD2 Sacramento.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios, your home for the Sacramento Kings.
It's Sactown Sports.
Sactown Sports.
Headlines.
It's Simone Rickford with your Sactown Sports headlines. Huge playoff implications going down at Golden One Center tonight. Sacramento Kings are back in action hosting the Phoenix Suns. If Sacramento can lock in a dub tonight, they will go 6 games up on Phoenix in the Pacific Division and would be well in control of winning that pennant, an elusive title the Kings haven't held since 2003. As those Sacramento Kings continue to flirt with breaking the playoff drought, you can download our Sactown Sports app or check out SactownSports.com for 24/7 playoff navigation and the latest seeding updates. Tons to get into on this beautiful Friday in the capital city. Nick and JJ are, of course, going to get you laced up for the weekend and break down expectations for tonight's Pacific Division showdown, right up until game night coverage tipping off at 5:30. I'm Simone. Those are your Sactown Sports headlines. Now back to Cattles and Ramie with Jay Johnson in studio.
Live and local in the afternoon.
They always keep you on edge.
Cattles
and Ramie
on Sactown Sports.
Just a quick note here before we get right back to Kings talk. The Brooklyn Nets say Ben Simmons has been diagnosed with a nerve impingement in his back. He will remain sidelined while team determines the best long-term course of treatment. That dude, man. Off a cliff.
Man. He got paid, though.
Yeah, he did.
It's guaranteed NBA.
Unfortunately for Brooklyn.
Yep. Got paid.
He's not worried about money, but there's plenty of worries about Ben. Man. Anyway, let's get back to the Kings. As Simone just said, JJ in for Ramie. Ramie on vacation today. We are happy to report good news about Oz. Oz is back home. We all got a picture from Ramie yesterday as he drove Oz home from the hospital.
Ramie was smiling harder than Oz.
Yeah.
Did you notice that?
Oz did not look like he was feeling the picture in that moment.
Boy's taken care of.
Oz was like, you know what? I'm off them pain meds. Take me home, Pops.
I just got back from surgery. Right. I got this cone of shame around my neck. Dad, why are you taking a picture? You trying to embarrass me? What are you doing? Anyway, so good stuff with Ramie and Oz. Ramie, again, on vacay today. May go to Vegas, still up in the air. He might go to Vegas this weekend. If he goes to Vegas, he will not be in early next week, is my understanding. This has been a very fluid week.
Yes.
And it seems like it's going to be a pretty fluid weekend. But as far as Fox, some interesting stuff he had to say about Keegan Murray. We know Keegan, JJ, historical, rookie three-point shooting output and production from him this year. His game has been developing. And I think as we watch him more, the expectations grow for him, right? And it really stood out to all of us, you, myself, Simone, and Ramie. This comment from Fox during the All-Star break, during All-Star weekend, when he was talking about Keegan, really stood out to us. Here it was.
It's funny because I tell Keegan this a lot, and I'm like, Keegan, if we want to win the championship at some point, either you're going to be one of those guys or we're going to find one of those guys, because at the end of the day, I think a lot of, it's an extremely, wing-based league where most of the time, the better teams have, one of the better wings in the league. So
if we want to win, you need to be our number 3.
Yes.
And if you ain't going to be that guy, we're going to move on and find somebody else. So that was during All-Star weekend. Then this week, Michael Scotto, a friend of the program at Hoops Hype, he was speaking with Fox about Keegan. And here's what Foxy said about the rookie. Quote, I think he is one of the best two-way guys in the league. I think he is one of the best two-way guys in the league. You see what Mikal Bridges is doing in Brooklyn now? I think Keegan can be that for us. I've told him this is a wing-driven league. Most of the best teams in the league have their best players that are wings. I'm not putting pressure on him. He has a lot of things to work on. In his first year, he's been great for us. I think he has a bright future. So De'Aaron Fox saying that Keegan is one of the best two-way wings in the NBA. And also bringing up the name of Mikal Bridges as a comp. JJ, when you look at Keegan, what is the best case scenario for his game? Where do you see him going best case wise?
Best case scenario for me is Paul George.
Wow.
I think if you can get Keegan Murray, because people forget Paul George before the severe leg injury was considered probably the premier two-way guy for a while.
He was a stud.
Yes, to the point he was on the USA team. He was one of the 13 to 15 guys. He gives you 25. He was sticking the best guy on the opposite team every single night for the most part. He's long, he's lean, he's athletic. I think Paul George is more athletic than Keegan.
Right.
But best case scenario, I think Keegan has an opportunity to give me 25 a night and stick maybe not the best guard, but anything beside a point guard, I think Keegan could stick him.
I'm going to go Chris Middleton, which I know is somebody that Keegan himself has brought up a number of times and kind of tailors his game after Middleton. I just think when you talk Middleton, Bridges, Keegan, they're all very similar.
Yeah.
I was reading up today on Mikal Bridges going back to the draft process, and a lot of people had player comp Chris Middleton.
Yeah.
So they're all very kind of similar wings. A 3-and-D guy, right? Some length, 3-and-D guy. When you look at Bridges is a little bit shorter than Keegan.
Yep.
He's slighter than Keegan, but he's got a little bit more wingspan than Keegan. I think Bridges is listed at like a 7'1" wingspan, I believe, somewhere in that area. And I think Keegan's around 6'10" wingspanish. So when you look at Bridges, he's got a little bit more length to him. And I also think he has more athleticism to him
For sure.
than Keegan. I would say athletically, Keegan is closer to Chris Middleton than he is to Bridges. Bridges is a level above both of those guys from the athletic standpoint. And I would also say, like, I just think Keegan, until he shows it to me on a consistent basis, I think for the most part, he's going to be a 2-level scorer, not a 3-level scorer.
Yes.
I do not think he's going to give you a ton of production inside the restricted area. I'm not saying he can't drive to the bucket. I'm not saying he can't drive contested closeouts, right? I'm not saying any of that. I'm not saying that given a certain matchup, he can't take his guy to the bucket. I believe he can. But Keegan has shown so far he's had some issues against rim protectors and finishing in traffic, and he had that at Iowa. Now, I'm not ruling out that he will be able to develop that. I just think his game is going to be very Chris Middleton-like. Middleton doesn't kill you in the restricted area. Kills you in the mid-range, he kills you from 3.
Yeah.
He'll back down somebody every once in a while, but he doesn't back down somebody to take them to the rim. He backs them down to do that little, turn away, fade away jump shot from like 10 to 15 feet. I think that's going to be mostly where Keegan cooks. Again, not telling you he can't get in the lane and dunk every once in a while, but I think mostly the majority of his game is going to be 2 levels, mid-range and 3-point land.
Yeah, the two that I compared, and you asked me best case scenario, so that I'm shooting for the stars there, Nick. I'm going Paul George.
I like it.
I do think closer. The two that comes to my mind from since I've seen Keegan is Danny Granger, former Pacer.
What a name that is.
And Rashard Lewis.
Poor Danny Granger had a ton of injuries, man. He was so talented.
Beast,
he was.
He was the truth
so
coming
talented.
out of UNLV.
Before he got hurt, man. Oof. Who was the second guy?
Rashard Lewis.
Okay.
Those two, I kind of see a comparison with Keegan. I can see kind of like Rashard developed into a great 3-point shooter at one point in time. This dude was a max contract guy, played on a lot of playoff teams, all-stars, those type of things. And Danny Granger was sneaky athletic.
Yeah.
He
was.
Earlier on, he would bounce on you and come, he'll hit the rim on you. But as he got a little older, he was sneaky athletic. Like, if you let him get by, okay, I'm going to still dunk on you, but I'm going to take that mid-range jumper.
Yep.
I'm going to take the outside shot. So those are my two comparisons, and I'm hoping he falls somewhere in between those two, which would let me know he'd be an all-star down the road somewhere.
And if somebody asked me what the worst-case scenario would be for Keegan, I'd say right now.
Yes.
I'd say this is the worst.
Yep.
He's not going to get worse. This is his floor.
Yeah.
What you see right now is his absolute floor. If he fails to develop, which I don't think is going to happen, but if he just completely fails to develop moving forward and he is what he is kind of guy, it's what we said back at the draft, JJ, very high floor.
Yes.
His worst case scenario is 15-6, 15-7, really good 3-point shooter, can defend, and will get with the program, not ruffle feathers, and be a team guy. Again, very high floor. That's the good thing about Keegan. You didn't draft a guy at 4 that I think could be an absolute bust. He's not going to bust. He is not bustable, so to speak. He is not a bustable
He's going to
dude.
be in the league for 10 years and give you 15-6.
Yeah, he's safe. He is
like
that
DeAndre Hunter.
Yeah, he's the safety zone. He's that nice little blanket.
Sure.
That's
the Snuggie?
But if he's a Snuggie, Keegan Snuggie. That's what he is.
Dude, and this is coming off as absolute spoiled Jay fan. The 15, if you would have told me Marvin Bagley would have gave me 15-6 for the next 6 years, I would have kept him. I don't think he can give you that. And now you telling me Keegan's going to give me 15-6? I'm like, nah, I want more. I want more than 15-6.
And you should,
Keegan.
because again, it's the floor. 15-6 means he doesn't develop.
Sure.
Like he came into the league ready and mature. He played his game. He knocked down shots.
Stalled out.
And then he was that.
Yeah.
For the rest of his career.
Man.
But the good news is, again, that's a starting point. And if he continues to develop, you're talking about a guy who can give you 20 plus a night.
I think
and there's no reason why he can't give you 8 to 9 rebounds.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Again, I said it at draft time. I thought his ceiling was multiple-time All-Star. I'll stand by it. And his floor was very high because of just his natural game and because the dude can shoot the lights out. So your thoughts, though, about Keegan Murray. Again, De'Aaron Fox tells Michael Scotto of Hoops Hype he believes that Keegan is one of the best two-way guys in the league already and says that Mikal Bridges is the comp for Keegan.
Oof.
What's your best case, worst case scenario for Keegan Murray? Want your thoughts. 916-339-1140 is the text line. The phone number is wide open for you at 1-800-920-1140. Don't forget our website, SactownSports.com. We're also cranking on the app as well, Sactown Sports 1140. We'll get to your reaction on what De'Aaron Fox had to say about Keegan, whether or not you agree with it. Also, what did Coach Triano say yesterday that I disagree with? Hear that in 90 seconds.
Cattles
and Ramie.
Sactown Sports. It's Chris and Company with Chris Watkins.
The training staff of the Sacramento Kings nicknamed Sabonis Wolverine for his imperviousness to pain. I like Wolverine. Wolverine makes sense. Like, he's tenacious. He gets hit in the face every single game. He's got scratches, bruises all over him, got a dislocated hand. And he just heals. He's fine.
Chris and Company with Chris Watkins. Weekdays from 10 to 11.
On Sactown Sports.
Thunder, feel the thunder.
It ignites something inside of you.
Lightning and the thunder.
Sets alight an elevated state of being. Days are pure exhilaration. And the nights, they're simply electric. See it, hear it, feel it.
Thunder, feel the thunder. Lightning and the thunder.
Thunder Valley Casino Resort. Feel the thunder.
When you take the time to shop at Folsom Lake Honda, there's one thing you'll always find. Happy people ready to serve you. As a family-owned and operated dealership since 2009, customer service is our #1 priority. Our customers love doing business with us, and you will too. Get an instant cash offer for your trade at FolsomLakeHonda.com. We'll buy your car whether you buy from us or not. Folsom Lake Honda is your one-stop Honda shop.
Folsom Lake Honda. Yeah, your one-stop Honda shop.
Your afternoon home for Kings talk and more.
This is Cattles and Ramie
on Sactown Sports.
YouTube.com. Sactown Sports 1140. Yeah. Trying to get to 50 likes.
No.
27.
75, Nick. We got to beat what we did yesterday.
Shoot the stars.
Best case scenario, worst case scenario. We got a high ceiling.
All right. We did blast through the 75 yesterday. We got to 80
we got a
plus.
high ceiling this time.
Thumbs up for my guy JJ sliding in this week for Ramie. Done a fantastic job. And if Ramie does go to Vegas, I believe JJ will be with me next week as well. So for the first couple days at least, till Ramzilla, as JJ calls him, returns to the microphone. But one thing I wanted to mention, actually two things quickly before we get back to the Kings. We got a Tin Lamb situation in the YouTube chat.
Uh-oh.
Oh, my.
You know what I'm talking about, Simone?
I seen it. I'm processing it.
Uh-oh.
Simone addressed me as legend. Is she hitting on me?
Did someone propose that question?
Tin Lamb says that Simone addressed him as a legend in the chat. And he says, is she hitting on me? And then says, I'm all for it.
Ooh,
la, la. Well, just have to keep listening to Cattles and Ramie to find out more.
I love flowers.
Oh, you should see some of the other ones I cut last week, Nick. They're ready to come out when Ramie comes back. Don't worry about it.
Love it. Love it. Absolutely love it. And then we got Jermaine Young. Is Jermaine Young?
That's my guy. That's family.
He jumped into the YouTube chat.
That's fam.
He says, please let JJ go early. I need him for a 7 p.m. softball game.
That is very true. That's my guy. Me and Jay Young have known each other since T-ball. That's not a friend. That's family.
What
man.
position do you play?
I play second base for the most part. Yeah, man.
All right.
We still. You got to get your heart palpitating.
Where are you playing tonight?
Elk Grove.
Elk Grove.
Hey, my stomping ground.
Simone's not gonna be there though. She can't make it.
Nope.
She's got to be a star at the Kings game.
Yep, you know it.
And I got very irritated about this because I was like, I said, are you going to be there tomorrow night? She said, no. Like, why every game I go to, you can't show up?
I'll show up. I'll use my media badge. I got you.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Are you going to be awkward if you join company? Because we got two couples.
Absolutely not.
All right. I always got to ask people that.
I was like,
don't want them to
cuss
walk
on
into
the
an
radio.
awkward situation. Walk into two couples. That's why I asked Verlad. I was like, Verlad, you going? And that was like, maybe Simone and Verlad can go and meet us there. But
Me and Verlad are not allowed to go anymore together.
That's true.
We lose. So you can have me or you can have him.
That is true. Anyway, am I dry? KEG, represent Little Elk Grove. Little Elk Grove, their representation.
El Gundo.
Have you been to Elk Grove, Nick?
Probably through it. Yeah, you probably driven through it.
Maybe I've been there.
Yeah. What's the farthest south you've been in Cali so far?
Yeah.
As far as driving wise?
Santa Cruz.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm going to LA next weekend.
Yeah, it's to the west. Oh, you going to LA?
WrestleMania
Flying.
next weekend.
But you're flying or driving?
No, driving.
Oh, so you'll shoot by Elk Grove.
Hollywood.
Yeah.
5. You taking 5 or 99?
Little WrestleMania action. I have no idea.
Okay.
Whatever my GPS tells me is the quickest way is what I'm
That's going to be 5.
So Thursday night, I'm leaving the show.
Yep.
Right. And I'm going to blast out of here with Kelly.
Okay.
And we're going to drive roughly like halfway down. We'll go like 3 hours or whatever.
So you're hitting about Fresno.
And then Friday, about Fresno.
Well,
and then Friday we'll wake up, we'll finish the trip, get into LA early afternoon, hang out the whole day. And
okay.
And then we got WrestleMania on Saturday and Sunday.
Ooh.
Let's go. Wait. Are you double dipping?
I'm double dipping.
Oh, brother, you know you're not 22 no more.
It's gonna be a lot of wrestling action, man. Lots of wrestling.
That's dope. You're gonna take I-5. I-5. Look, I-5 is all country, no towns. 99 is all city scenic route for the most part.
So take I-5?
Yeah, take 5.
If
you want to get
way
there quicker.
faster.
But if you're stopping in the middle, then you probably want to take 99 because you got the Fresnos, the Visalias, the different small towns.
I just know that the traffic's awful, so getting ready for that.
Yeah.
By the way, all guests come to you from the Folsom Lake Honda Hotline. Folsom Lake Honda is your one-stop Honda shop. About Keegan Murray, De'Aaron Fox tells us that he believes Keegan is one of the best two-way guys in the league. Says Mikal Bridges is what he sees when he looks at Keegan play the game. So he asked, what's the best-case scenario for Keegan? I said Chris Middleton, which is something that Keegan has mentioned before. JJ went a little bit higher than that, went with Paul George. John Williams agrees with you. JJ says 25-10, Paul George. Oof. Derek Smith, once Keegan toughens up a little bit, he's going to be a serious threat. There does need a little bit of, I'd say, attitude.
Mm-hmm.
And Coach Brown has said that,
Mm-hmm.
right? Coach Brown has mentioned he wants to see Keegan be a little bit more dominant about it. Bring a little bit more edge to the game.
Yes.
And I think that will help him.
He's like a nice guy, Nick, to me, right? He's just like the nice rookie.
Yeah, he's just.
Yeah, you're a great guy. You're good.
Yeah.
No worries.
He just accepts like, yeah.
Yeah, I think if
This
someone
is my space.
Correct.
Like, I've watched his brother at Iowa this year, right? I watched him play a few games, Chris. And Chris gets a little bit more fiery. Like, I've seen Chris throw his fist, pump his fist and stuff after a big bucket.
Okay.
He has a little more personality on the floor
And
than
remember,
his brother
Keegan told you guys preseason he backed it off a little bit because he didn't know how to handle it at one point in time.
Yeah.
He was ready to, kick screen.
He said in high school,
Yeah.
it got the best of him. And he had to learn to kind of woosah a little bit.
Hit the yoga mat.
Speaking of the Kings, they're 7th in the NBA in three-pointers attempted. They're 3rd in the NBA in three-pointers made. They're 8th in the NBA in three-point percentage. I had a question for Coach Triano yesterday when we had him on the show. Here it was. Coach, not all threes are created equal. Are you pleased with the proportion of threes that you guys have created versus threes you're just taking?
Well, we don't really have a bad shot. If it's a three, it's a good shot. Now, would we like to have a paint touch and shrink the defense? Yes. Would we like to have catch and shoot? Yes. So, those are things that we call sprays. We want to get in the paint. We want to kick it out. I'm a firm believer that if a guy is shooting the ball, sees the ball coming to him, and it's not off the bounce, then he can line up and trust that the pass will be on time and on target, which is something that we preach with our guys, throwing perfect passes to our teammates. It puts them in better shooting position. So ideally, we would like the ball to be coming on a catch and shoot action, and we'd like it to be coming from in the lane, which means the defense has shrunk and you're going to have a little bit more time to get it off.
JJ, Coach Triano says all threes are good threes. Do you agree with that?
I'm gonna say this: get in and get out quickly, because I see the fire in your eyes there, Nick. No.
Yeah, I disagree with the coach. And look, Coach knows a lot more about basketball than I do, okay? But I do think there are bad threes, and I think we've seen some bad threes. Now, I will say there are two guys, and I think many people would name them immediately, on this team that have taken more bad threes than others.
Sure. Coach Triano has named at least one of them.
One of them.
Just about every time he's on the show.
One of them is immediately Malik Monk, okay? Like, he took a three against Boston the other night. He had three guys around him. He jacked it up. Trey Lyles was wide open on the opposite wing with his hands up. Like, what are you doing? That's not a good three, okay? That is not a good three. And I also think Fox at times will settle for threes. He likes those step backs. He likes those, step to the side threes every once in a while. He doesn't do it often. Malik is definitely the key offender in this offense of just jacking up. Oh, and TD. TD will jack him up too.
That's because TD gets in the game and he's like, I got to get mine. I have to get
he's rubbing his hands.
to it.
I'm hot.
Got those swaggy P tendencies.
I'm straight to it. I got to get mine.
But I do think there's a difference between creating/generating threes and settling/taking threes. I don't like when you settle. I don't like when you just take a three to take a three.
Yeah.
And Coach talked about the idealistic threes, and that's what I'm talking about. Getting into the paint, get a paint touch, spray it out to the corner, right? Go east to west with your ball movement, all of those kind of things, multiple touches before you take a three if you can get that done. And I do think at times you'll fall into the trap of taking threes because you're a team that has a coach and coaches that say there is no such thing as a bad three.
Sure.
Malik Monk, if he's listening to that interview, he's like, yeah, baby, that's why I picked here. There is no such thing as a bad three, coach.
Okay, the Sactown, man.
I'm just going to keep launching. I'm going to jack him up.
Yeah.
But the concern I would have is that philosophy in the postseason. Like, if you take a few bad shots, the other team goes on a run, now you're in trouble.
And I think that's part of learning, Nick, is the Kings will have to learn when to take those shots, when not to, as we talk about Keegan, when to hit the gas pedal, when not, when to, show some toughness, some grit, some edge, when not to, you don't want the text. And I think that's the great part of this team, the great part of this season, as we are, as fans, we're learning playoff basketball again.
Yeah.
And to games that mean something down the stretch. And I think that's part of it. I really do.
So hopefully that doesn't come back to bite them and they have some settled threes that that backfire on them during a playoff series.
Next time we get Coach Triano on, you're going to have to double up and ask that question again. So, Coach, do you still believe in that?
Yeah. Are all threes good threes, Coach? I respectfully disagree with you on that one.
I like to hear that combo.
Let me see. Oh, I know what I got to tell you. I'm going to tell you that it is 3:26 right now, and that time check is brought to you by Coastside Medical Clinic, dedicated to providing breakthrough remedies for men. On the record, coming up.
The Sacramento Kings try to maintain their grip on the Pacific Division Friday night against the Phoenix Suns.
And the Sacramento Kings against the Phoenix Suns get the victory.
Our coverage begins with game night at 5:30 on Sactown Sports.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by the Arnold Law Firm.
I'm Tamara Berg in the KCRA 3 Weather Center. And we've got a nice day to enjoy. Sunshine, clouds mixing in, along with a light northwest breeze planned for highs today, upper 50s to low 60s. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA 3 News and the KCRA 3 app.
The Arnold Law Firm has seen how a collision can turn anyone's life upside down in a heartbeat. So remember to be a little more alert on the road and stay safe. The Arnold Law Firm, providing real justice for you since 1975. Call 916-777-7777.
There's really nothing better than hitting the open road in a new Honda. And at Northern California's #1 Honda dealer, Stockton Honda, we are proud to provide our best selection to get you there. Buying from Stockton Honda couldn't be smoother. Wherever the road you travel might lead, Stockton Honda is happy to get you there.
Anytime, anywhere, it's all here. StocktonHonda.com.
#1 claim based on 2022 total new and Honda certified pre-owned vehicle car sales from American Honda Motor Company's own one report.
You can't host movie night on your phone's hotspot. It's time for real home internet on the Xfinity 10G network. The future starts now. New customers can get 200 megabit Xfinity internet for just $25 a month for 2 years during our Xfinity 10G network launch celebration, now through April 23rd. Go to Xfinity.com/10G, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Requires paperless billing and auto pay with stored bank account. Restrictions apply. Taxes and fees extra. After promo, regular rates apply to internet service and devices. Actual speeds vary.
This is for the men who never settle. The ones who believe only quitters and a game and a tie. The type of guys who choose the bar with the biggest TVs to overcompensate for theirs at home. And the men who use PTO to catch afternoon basketball in March with the boys. This is the Lodge mentality. This is Twin Peaks.
Who wants to settle for a single TV? With more TVs, bigger screens, plus our fabulous scenic views, there's more to watch at Twin Peaks.
It's time to get your wallet back in top condition. Talkin' Money with Jeff Tarbell is back. Saturdays, 10 a.m., right here on Sactown Sports.
Talkin' Money!
Folks, there's a fast break with the game on the line. He dribbles down the court, passes ahead for the alley-oop, and it's caught for a slam dunk.
Do you need an assist? Regain and optimize your performance. See what Pacific Men's Clinic can do to make your love life the best it can be. Pacific Men's Clinic's safe and pain-free, clinically proven procedure breaks up plaque and stimulates the growth of healthy new blood vessels. Call for your free consultation now at 916-545-7577. That's 916-545-7577.
It's Truck Month at Maida Chevy with exclusive all-in-stock pricing on a huge selection of new 2022 and 23 half-ton Silverados in stock, ready to go. See all the savings at MaidaChevy.com. Find new roads.
33123. I thought learning a language would be too much work, but Babbel makes learning fun. J'aime Babbel.
Babbel's lessons only take 10 or 15 minutes, and soon you turn and realize, hey, I'm starting to speak another language. How'd that happen?
Babbel isn't robots talking. You learn words and phrases from real native speakers. I was ready for real-life conversations in just a few weeks. So easy.
Go to Babbel.com to try for free. That's Babbel.com. Babbel.com.
Founded in Northern Ireland, PRG has grown from humble beginnings to become the top brand in custom golf accessories for most of the world's top 100 golf courses. PRG offers original designs as well as Arnold Palmer, Folds of Honor, collegiate license, and Major League Baseball product designs. PRG is the official supplier of the Ryder Cup. PRG is available at major golf shops, or PRG makes it easy to purchase directly for your individual use at prg-golf.com. prg-golf.com.
Sactown Sports.
Headlines. It's Simone Rickford with your Sactown Sports headlines. Huge. playoff implications going down at Golden One Center tonight. Sacramento Kings are back in action hosting the Phoenix Suns. If Sacramento can lock in a dub tonight, they will go 6 games up on Phoenix in the Pacific Division and would be well in control of winning that pennant, an elusive title the Kings haven't held since 2003. As those Sacramento Kings continue to flirt with breaking the playoff drought, you can download our Sactown Sports app or check out SactownSports.com for 24/7 playoff navigation and the latest seeding updates. Tons to get into on this beautiful Friday in the capital city. Nick and JJ are, of course, going to get you laced up for the weekend and break down expectations for tonight's Pacific Division showdown, right up until game night coverage at 5:30. I'm Simone. Those are your Sactown Sports headlines. Nick, JJ, Kyle, let's get on the record.
Some things just need to be recorded. And we aren't talking about on TikTok. We're talking about predictions and guarantees.
It's on the record.
But off the record, I can't stand those.
All right, on the record on this Friday, March 24th. This week, the last week of March already.
Oof, stuff is flying, brother.
I know.
You ready for those summer days yet? Sacramento summer days?
Yeah, I went through it last summer. It was brutal.
Yeah, it was. It was cook season.
The worst summer you guys have had in a while, right?
Yeah.
117.
Whew.
Yes. Ugh. When the last time you been in 117 besides Sacramento?
Virginia.
Okay.
That was heat index, though.
Good Lord.
117 with the humidity.
Yeah, humidity
The
hitting
heat
on the
index.
East Coast.
So hopefully as we get into April, we can say goodbye to all the rain. At least for a few weeks. It'd be nice to have like 2 weeks without rain. A couple weeks. Not asking for a full month. We need to make sure that we don't go into a drought again. But a couple weeks without rain would be fantastic.
Yep.
All right, so on the record, here we go. Do we have the numbers of the crew?
Yes, I do have that here. We have Ramie. He is 10 of 34, averaging 294 with 6 runs. He had 2 tentative things still cooking, and then he missed his. So that was last week. We just went with me and him getting some at bats. Nick is sitting
Just give me
8
them
and
averages.
38.
Yeah.
Oh, averages?
Yeah.
211.
Okay.
We got Jay averaging 313, and myself, wow, 571.
Yeah, that means you've hit
runs. I had 3 in a row last weekend.
What were they?
Kings bench will score 40. Nailed that. Japan will win the World Baseball Classic.
I know
Nailed
the third.
that.
I know the third one.
And Nick and JJ.
Oh,
won't
that's
meet
right.
up in
Yeah,
Vegas.
she told me that one. Yeah. That wasn't fair because we were only in Vegas one night.
Iconic.
Yes,
I don't care.
that's true.
One time.
That's true. We have one
This
night.
doesn't even include the greatest prediction Simone made, which is in her bracket had Fairleigh Dickinson beating Purdue.
And that was last Friday, so we got to watch that on air
Will you
too.
stop it?
I'm sorry.
Seriously.
You had Fairleigh Dickinson beating Purdue?
I did.
It
He
wasn't
was shook.
It wasn't trolling either. She had all the other 1 seeds right. Only 16 seeds she picked.
You just don't like Purdue, huh?
Nope.
No love.
Straight up hating on Purdue. All right, here we go. I'll start off today. Malik Monk will score at least 15 points tonight against Phoenix.
Ooh.
Malik Monk gets at least 15.
You used that from the tweet I sent the group chat today.
Look,
you knew he's going to be cooking tonight.
I saw the tweet before you saw the tweet, okay?
I'm going double, Simone.
I'll tell you, he has scored 15 points or more
Yeah, a double.
5 times out of the last 10 games. So
A
it's
double
50-50
is generous,
50-50.
but I'll give you a double.
Double.
Double it is.
All right, 15 or more points from Malik tonight.
Yes, sir.
Malik, don't do me wrong.
I'm going on the record to say, even though I'll be happy with the 1-1, Kings win both games this weekend.
All right, so they go 2 and zip.
They go 2 and zip.
They beat Phoenix tonight.
Yep.
Come back tomorrow night, beat
Jump the
Utah.
balls of Utah.
All right.
That's triple.
Do you think triple? I'm going to see. I said they should win both.
Both.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go
Single, double.
I'll still go double because it is a back
I'm
to
going
back.
double too.
Back to back.
Okay.
Are not super easy.
That's
so
fair.
I'll give you a double. All
Yeah.
right, Simone, what do you got?
I got Keegan Murray will break the rookie record. He will get
The
13 threes. Yes.
Over the
Using-
weekend?
Yep. Both today and tomorrow.
13. He'll make 13 threes.
As a home run.
Over
That's
2
a home run.
games.
That's a home run.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's a home run. I mean, 6.5 threes a game. That's a home run.
That's for sure.
Yeah.
Using that dribble handoff,
Yeah.
baby.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a lot.
Set
That
up
was-
the screen and
Are we allowing Ledbetter in or no?
No.
No. All right, so
he can't go for Ramie.
Yo, cry me a river. He's got me crying with what he's wearing again today. You cry about being.
Kyle, what you got? Shoot one. What you got?
My strongest one. Denver's going to win the Western Conference, and they're not going to face an elimination game in the entire 3 first rounds.
Wow.
Wait a minute. The 3 first rounds.
Denver wins the Western Conference.
All 3 rounds.
Yeah, they will never face an elimination game in any round.
First 3. Is there a 4th one, or are we just calling
it
the finals?
The finals.
So they're not going to lose a playoff game in the West.
They're not going to face an elimination game, so they will never lose 3 games in a series.
Okay.
It's complicated. It's got layers.
I would not expect anything less from Kyle.
Fine, I'll say San Diego State's going to beat Alabama.
Oh, it's fine. You're good. I'll go triple.
Yeah, that's a triple.
I'll go triple. Feeling it too. Triple.
All right, so my second one here. The Kings will win their second game with me at G1C tomorrow night.
Wow.
For the second time with me in the building, they're going to win.
Are you taking my crystal?
Tomorrow night. I got to return all that, by the way.
No,
it's been sitting on my pub table for
keep it. Use it.
I hate to do you like this, but I'm going to say single because I'm a believer.
All right.
I think the curse is broken.
I do too.
So what do you think?
A single.
Single.
All right. I'll take look, I'm hitting 211. I'll take all the base knocks I can get. All right?
Chuck Knobloch's
I don't care. CNI single, whatever I got to get. All right, JJ, what do you got?
I'm going to say Sam Darnold will see the field this season during a regular season and not in a blowout for the 49ers.
Sam Darnold will see the field for the 49ers.
Yes. And not in a blowout. Not in garbage time.
Crazy Carmichael Dave saying he's going to start too.
I almost went there.
Oh
but
my God.
I almost went to start, but I was like,
I'll go with a double.
Yeah, that's a double.
This Trey Lance's injury history.
Yes.
Double.
All right, Simone, what you got?
There is going to be a little scuffle on the court tonight, and I will be screaming, "Don't do it, guys!" So there's going to be a fight.
You're predicting a fight in the game?
There's going to be a kerfuffle in the game tonight.
A little scuffle.
A home run.
Yes, of course.
Give me a home run.
What makes you feel that?
Yeah.
Who hates who here? What's going on?
I just think it's just contentious and everything's so, seedings, and they're just going to fight. They're going to fight.
TJ Warren is going to get in a fight.
I'm foreseeing Book. He's going to get in someone's face.
Oh, that's a big one.
Yeah.
Wow.
Book are going to give somebody the business.
All right.
And then when it happens, everyone's going to freak out and start tweeting at me.
I don't think Bad Bunny's showing up tonight.
So Simone is predicting fights on the court. Love it.
A lot.
She's like, there's going to be people fighting tonight. All right.
You know what we should do on this show, and I just popped in my mind, it's probably be a summer thing. Anytime we come up with the word like contentious, just for certain people who don't know what it means, we should define it right then and there, or the next segment or something like that.
Okay.
That's a summer thing, right?
Yeah, we can do it.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
We're not only...
We have to have Simone read it because she has the best voice out of everybody.
Absolutely, and that's where I was going. Yes.
Contentious. And she just rolls it up.
Ding.
All right, we got time for one more from Kyle, and then that's it.
I said earlier, San Diego State beats Alabama. I'm from San Diego. Got a rep.
San Diego State beats Alabama.
That was a hit by pitch.
Kelly will be very mad at you because Kelly's got Alabama winning the whole thing.
Really?
By the way, TCG's got FAU versus Gonzaga in his finals.
Wow, he did it.
Just might happen.
I know.
I need K-State. Sorry, TCG. Yeah. I need K-State over FAU, my man.
I need Texas. Come on, here we go.
All right, so there you have it. On the record, here on Cattles and Ramie, no Ramie, JJ in for Ramie on this Friday. 916-339-1140 is the text line. The phone number, 1-800-920-1140. Don't forget, YouTube. We got 33 likes. We're limping. We're limping towards 50. We're trying to get to 50 likes. YouTube.com, Sactown Sports 1140. What is this? See this? J. James 14714. Cattles will spill his drink on the court from his courtside seat. Bunt singer.
Correct. You're correct.
If I spill my drink, it ain't going to be on the floor. It'll be on somebody's head from row Q. Trust it.
Throwing it at the court.
Trust it. Don't forget, Coastside Medical Clinic is dedicated to providing breakthrough remedies for men. That was fantastically done. If the playoffs started tonight, what would they look like? We're going to dissect that coming up next.
Cattles and Ramie.
Sactown Sports.
Check out the Golf to Go Hour with Frank LaRosa every week on Sactown Sports. Get the latest on equipment, area courses, people who play the great game, and plenty of good conversations about golf. It's the Golf to Go Hour every week with Frank LaRosa on Sactown Sports. Golf to Go is brought to you by the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop, America's most awarded golf facility. Naturewood Home Furnishings, where it's all about choices and always about quality.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by the Arnold Law Firm.
I'm Mark Finan in the KCRA3 Weather Center. Skies will stay clear tonight. It's going to be cold with overnight lows in the upper 30s. Tomorrow will be mostly sunny and breezy with highs near 60. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA3 News and the KCRA3 app.
The Arnold Law Firm has seen how a collision can turn anyone's life upside down in a heartbeat. So remember to be a little more alert on the road and stay safe. The Arnold Law Firm, providing real justice for you since 1975. Call 916-777-7777.
For a precision-crafted performance, the decision is easy. A new Acura from Acura of Stockton. Get the driving experience you've been waiting for in a new Acura. Get the best selection and customer service you deserve from Acura of Stockton. Shop in person or use our online express store at AcuraofStockton.com. Acura of Stockton will buy your trade, even if you don't buy from us. Don't settle for less than precision-crafted performance of a new Acura from Acura of Stockton and AcuraofStockton.com.
When you're ready to get properly fitted for golf clubs, join the thousands of Northern California golfers who visited the indoor-outdoor Hagen Oaks Player Performance Studio. Players of all abilities found the Hagen Oaks Player Performance Studio offers answers to questions about golf club fitting. You'll find a professional staff of fitters, major equipment brands, and cutting-edge technology featuring TrackMan. See for yourself at the Hagen Oaks Player Performance Studio, Fulton Avenue at the Cap City Freeway. Call 916-808-2531 to schedule your fitting. 808-2531 for longer, straighter drives.
At aimyourdigital.com, we'll help you target the right audience, build your leads, and crush your quota. Take your business to the next level. Our digital marketing strategies help grow awareness of your product or service, all while building trust in your business. Our approach involves leveraging multiple tools and strategies to deliver exceptional results that are customized to your unique business needs. Don't wait to run out of sales leads. Keep your business growing. Get started with aimyourdigital.com today.
If the sticker price markups that new car dealers are demanding are scaring you away from a brand new vehicle, you can still get the vehicle you want and save thousands at M&S Auto on El Camino right off the Cap City Freeway. M&S Auto has literally hundreds of gently used but beautiful Silverados, Rams, and Tacomas. And if you love muscle cars, they've got Challengers and Mustangs too. M&S Auto Sales. Great cars and trucks and fair deals every day. Come and get yours. msautogroup.com.
Hey kids, Carmichael Dave here. I want to talk to you about my good friends at Amy Ace Hardware in Carmichael and El Dorado Hills. Listen, they've just been awarded platinum status by Traeger Grills, just one of over 300 dealers nationwide. I've got a Traeger. I got it from Amy. It's fantastic. Listen, platinum status. That means they offer elevated customer experiences with knowledgeable staff members that know the grills inside and out. It also means Amy Ace Hardware carries the newest selection of Traeger products. Now, they're celebrating this Saturday at both locations in Carmichael on El Camino near Watt and in the El Dorado Hills Town Center. So come see the new Timberline XL. That's the one I've got. The brand new Flat Rock Grill in action Saturday, and try some wood-fired foods. See the entire line of great Traeger grills. Be ready for the barbecue season. 2 locations, Amy Ace Hardware, Carmichael on El Camino near Watt, and El Dorado Town Center off Highway 50. Tell them Carmichael Dave sent you.
Individual rates, coverage offerings, and savings may vary. Subject to terms and conditions. Not available in all areas. Actual Pie customer.
As a small business, we're always looking for ways that we can offer the quality product and get some cost savings.
Meet Michelle from J.J. Pfister Distilling Company, a small business in California. When looking for workers' comp coverage tailored to the company's needs, she discovered Pie Insurance.
We heard about Pie Insurance being geared for a small business, gave Pie a call, and ended up switching.
Is your small business overpaying for workers' comp insurance? See how much you could save at trypie.com. Plus, when you sign up for pay-as-you-go billing, your premium is based on your actual payroll, not an estimate, so your workers' comp audit experience is simplified.
We saved about 30% off of our workers' comp insurance when we switched to Pie.
It's as easy as pie to get the savings you deserve. What are you waiting for? Ask your agent for Pie, or get a quote in 3 minutes at trypie.com. That's TRYPIE.com.
The NBA is going OFF. Listen, I got all the facts to back it all up. 30 teams after one dream, 24 seconds to make magic with The Rock. 7-footers raining deep threes. 2 guards dunking and leaving you in shock. And first-year hoopers balling with ease. All that, all the time, all around the league. And the NBA isn't leaving anyone behind. The NBA season continues on ABC, ESPN, and TNT.
With you 1 mile at a time during the afternoon drive. Cattles and Ramie.
Sactown Sports.
All right. Getting closer to the playoffs, baby. Baby. Simone says. Simone, you say it better than I do.
Like the beam, baby.
So Matt Moore, I hate trying to pronounce his Twitter handle.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Paradigm, something paradigm.
Hardwood paroxysm or something, whatever it is. So he just tweeted out, the Kings are 2 back on Memphis in the loss column for the 2 seed. In the event that they close, the 2 split the season series, so it goes to conference record. So if you are tied at the end of the year, it goes to conference record, which Matt points out the Kings are up 4 in the loss column. So, I mean, unless both teams kind of tank it, or, both teams, that's pretty much it. If both teams tank it, then you're in trouble. But if both teams play pretty well and you're able to tie them by the end of the year, you're going to get the tiebreaker. Because you're 2 games back. If you're tied with them and you've won a decent amount of games, it means that you've played well enough, which means you've beaten a number of teams in your conference, which means that your conference schedule, your conference record will be even better than it is now. So all you got to worry about is the 2 games, really. The 2 games back in the loss column for the 2 seed. And then you can finish with the 2 seed. But yeah, so we're looking at the playoffs. It's officially time now, everybody. Yes. Joining us here on 1140 on the dial. Thank you. We appreciate you, old school cats. Also on the app, Sactown Sports 1140. The new school cats. The really, really new school cats, I guess you could say, is YouTube. YouTube.com, Sactown Sports 1140.
YT family.
We figured that we would take a look at the current playoff bracket because we're now 10 games away until the end of the regular season. And as I said earlier in the show, it's fantastic to say we're not 10 games away from the end of the season. We are 10 games away from the end of the regular season. So let's look at the bracket, okay? Right now, you just have a boatload of teams with 37 losses. The Pelicans, the Lakers, the Mavericks, and the Timberwolves all have 37 losses. Right now, it'd be the Pelicans versus the Lakers in the 10-9 matchup. Gotta go Lakers.
Yes.
Right?
Easy.
I mean, easy.
I hate to say that.
Don't believe in CJ McCollum?
No.
I love CJ McCollum. I do not love him against LeBron and AD.
You a CJ guy?
I like him. Maybe love was too strong. I like him.
Yeah, okay. I'm not a CJ guy.
8 and 7 matchup. 7-8 matchup is Minnesota and Dallas.
Give me Dallas.
Dallas.
Ooh, it's a great game either way.
I'd go Dallas.
Just because what you said yesterday. Luka could give you 40, 50 easy.
Yeah. So if you go Dallas, Dallas is in as the 7 seed. Then you would have the Lakers against the Timberwolves. No, sorry. The Lakers against the Timberwolves for the 8th seed.
No, Lakers versus Pelicans. Pelicans.
No, Lakers,
Timberwolves.
Lakers, Timberwolves.
Timberwolves. Okay.
Pelicans lost to the Lakers.
Yeah.
In the
Oh,
10-9.
that's right.
So you'd have Lakers versus Minnesota for the 8th and final seed.
I'll
Dallas
take
is already in
LeBron.
at 7.
Give me LeBron.
If Ant is healthy, give me the Timberwolves.
If LeBron is healthy, give me LeBron.
Yeah. Give me LeBron.
And the Lakers.
Playoff time, he going to show out.
So if that was the case, the 7 seed would be Dallas and the 8 seed would be the
Lake
Lakers.
Show.
So what would that look like? Well, you'd have a heck of a first-round matchup. You'd have Denver against the Lakers in the first round.
Boy.
The Joker against Anthony Davis.
I could honestly see the Lakers beating Denver.
I know. Imagine. I don't want to say it. I don't want to speak it into existence. But could you imagine after all this crap this year, the Lakers end up as the 8th seed. They play Denver in the first round and they get Denver out.
I just told you how I feel about Denver.
Yeah, you like them a lot.
They're great.
All right. So Denver, LA would be your first round matchup, 1-8. 2-7 as of right now. Again, now we want to keep a close eye on this. Because if you leapfrog Memphis and you finish second, you're playing Dallas. It'd be the Kings against Dallas.
Yes.
If not, it's the Grizzlies against Dallas, which leads us to the 3-6 matchup.
Oh.
If the playoffs started tonight, myself and JJ, we would be previewing the Kings against the Warriors.
Woo!
No.
And I'm officially nervous.
Yeah, I don't think I've been a Kings fan long enough because I'm like, I want the Warriors.
No,
Give me it.
We don't want that smoke.
I will. The one really good thing about that matchup is you're 90 minutes away from each other.
Yeah.
So the road, like traveling, ain't
nothing.
15-minute
flight.
Yeah, that's
expensive tickets.
It's not going to hurt you at all. Yeah, you have no chance to go to that game unless you got really good hookups.
Good thing I work for the team.
Or you want to drop a couple grand or something crazy, a few grand.
And at the Chase, good luck.
So you'd be looking at the Kings and the Warriors in the 3-6 matchup, and you'd have Phoenix and the Clippers as the 4-5.
KD versus Kawhi rematch of 2019.
I mean, KD's back. Paul George, if he's not back, Phoenix, right?
Yeah.
So you'd have Phoenix in that matchup. Phoenix would play the winner of Denver and the Lakers.
1-4.
Any matchup out of that, Phoenix against the Lakers or Phoenix against the Nuggets, is a fun series with KD.
Even Clippers Nuggets would be great.
And then if we said Sacramento beat Golden State, Memphis, Dallas, how do you feel? Who do you think wins that series?
Memphis, Dallas, give me Memphis.
I go Memphis. I think Memphis will play too good a defense.
Yep.
It's going 7 either way.
So if it was Memphis, if you beat Golden State,
you got Memphis.
You got Memphis. You'd have to right now. You'd have to go through Golden State and Memphis to get to the Western Conference Final.
You know what's interesting is when you say it. Besides looking at it, like when I look at it, the Kings could beat them. Kings could beat. But then as it might just be the way you're proposing it. You're a great reader here, Nick. I'm like, man, everything scares me now.
The drama.
Yeah, everything scares me.
I mean, that's a tough road, man.
Yeah.
Golden State, Memphis, and then whoever wins, according to us, whoever would win the Denver
LA,
Phoenix
matchup.
Yeah. I mean,
could be LA.
I mean, you could. Let's just hypothetically say you would have to beat Steph, John Morant, and Kevin Durant to get to the NBA Finals.
That's not going to happen. I don't want to be.
But they would have to beat De'Aaron Fox and Domas.
Yeah.
And Matthew Dellavedova.
That's right.
And Delhi biting people in the kneecaps.
The pride of Australia.
In fairness, Steph Curry sent Delhi to the hospital.
I don't know if we had to go there.
Yeah.
I mean, geez. By the way, we would give you the magic number, but I'm afraid that it'll cause you to drive off the road. We had this conversation this morning. If we want to try,
it's
Kyle, tell us this morning how it's 3.
It's 3.
But tell the people how we get to 3.
All right. So the Sacramento Kings have 10 games left, correct?
Jeopardy music.
So they just need to get every team below the 7 to 39 losses, or they win. So, for example, they win tonight, magic number's 2. They win tomorrow, then the magic number's 1.
Yes.
Easiest thing in the world. They win games, magic number goes down 1.
Right.
So there's another scenario this weekend where they can gain an extra game if every team with 37 losses loses over the weekend. Now, as you mentioned earlier, those teams include Minnesota, Dallas, New Orleans, the Lakers, the Thunder, and the Jazz. So all of those teams would have to lose this weekend at least once for the Kings to gain a game on the magic number.
You need to win both games tonight and tomorrow and have all of those, 5 teams? Is it 4 or 5 teams?
6.
Oh, so even better.
7 to 12.
Then you need all 6 of those teams to lose at least a game.
So you would gain 1 game if all 6 teams lose.
Right.
But
I
if
get
you
that,
win
yeah.
a single game, you gain 1.
Yeah.
So
if you won 2 games and all 6 of those teams lost at least 1 game, you're in.
here's the fun part. So the Jazz play the Kings.
No, there's
so
no
that's
fun
obviously
to this.
a loss.
There's no fun to this at all. People are driving off the road.
OKC plays the Lakers, so that's an automatic loss for one of them. There's a chance this works out. Or the easier one is if they don't gain that game, Monday's game against the Timberwolves is win and we clinch. We're lighting the beam to clinch the playoffs.
Scooter 916, I think, is how I feel. Just win.
Yes.
Just win, baby. Just win and don't worry about everyone else.
Keep it simple.
Win 3 games, you clinch.
That's it. They're in.
They're
in. And they're not going to fall to 4. They're in.
Personally, it'd be better if this weird scenario doesn't come true, because then Monday would be a true win and clinch situation.
It's like trigonometry.
The
right
mathematical probability in a big way is either you finish second or third seed.
Yes.
So that's what
that's
you
it. That's where you're at.
That's the mathematical probability is that you finish either where you're at right now or you jump Memphis.
I'm trying to tell you, this is like statistics. Did you ever take stats?
I don't think so, no.
Yeah, stats is like this. Probabilities, there's no true real number. No. Win or loss.
Yeah.
School to 916.
I was really strong with basic arithmetic.
Attaboy.
Really strong.
I remember liking stats.
If
Simone, really?
Yeah. You use your, what is it, the standard deviation?
Yeah, come on.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
All right, stop this.
If it makes y'all feel old, I took stats like 2 years ago in college.
I said stop it now. Enough. The Kings have 10 games left coming up. What are reasonable expectations over those final 10?
Cattles
and Ramie.
Sactown Sports.
I'm Eric Armstead and Sports.
Armstead with relentless pursuit, and Eric Armstead came in and sacked him.
You wanted more Niners?
Sactown Sports.
Sacramento's new home for the 49ers.
For your everyday vehicle. Right now, you can get 5 quarts with an STP oil filter for only $26.99. Do the complete job for the right price. Get the parts you need when you need them at AutoZone or AutoZone.com.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
At the United States Postal Service, we're reinventing our network to help keep your business moving. With new shipping options to deliver better value, greater flexibility to conveniently reach your customers, more confident shipping with new informed delivery features, and new electric vehicles for a cleaner, brighter future. Fast, reliable, perfectly orchestrated. The United States Postal Service, delivering for America. Learn more at USPS.com/moving forward. Whether you own a local business or a global one, you're always looking for ways to position your operation to create opportunities and move on them faster. With Bank of America, you get access to experts, award-winning insights, and business solutions so powerful, you'll make every move matter. Locally and globally. Visit bankofamerica.com/banking for business to learn more. What would you like the power to do? Copyright 2023 Bank of America, N.A.
At Ashton & Price, we get injury victims to yes. Experience, yes. Ashton & Price has been around for over 25 years. No more insurance companies? Yes. Our clients focus on getting better and we handle all the rest. Results? Yes. We've collected over $100 million for injury victims. No fee until we win? Yes. Our clients pay nothing until we win. Ashton & Price, the best at getting to yes. Remember, for the best advice, don't think twice. Call Ashton & Price.
At Elk Grove Honda, we'd like to help you purchase your next new Honda. Right now at Elk Grove Honda, new Hondas are arriving on a regular basis, including the newly designed CR-V, new design Accords, exciting Civics, and much more. And Elk Grove Honda's pre-owned inventory offers choices there as well. So give Elk Grove Honda a chance to show you the new or pre-owned Honda you're looking for. We are Elk Grove Honda in the Elk Grove Auto Mall, Highway 99 at Elk Grove Boulevard, or visit us at elkgrovehonda.com.
I gotta get an Elk Grove Honda.
Thunder, feel the thunder.
It ignites something inside of you.
Lightning and the thunder.
Sets alight an elevated state of being. Days are pure exhilaration. And the nights, they're simply electric. See it, hear it, feel it.
Thunder, feel the thunder. Lightning and the thunder.
Thunder Valley Casino Resort. Feel the thunder.
2 minutes left. 2 minutes left. Hands up. No fouls. No fouls. Yes. Great job. Timeout. Hello, Sacramento, and all you listeners, it's Doug Christie here for the Good Feet store. Did you know that when your feet are not properly supported, your whole body can become misaligned, causing pain in your feet, knees, hips, or back? Good Feet arch supports are designed to support all 4 arches of the foot, placing the feet in their ideal pain-relieving position and aligning the body from the feet up. Good Feet arch supports come in a wide range of over 300 styles, flexibilities, and sizes, so customers can be be precisely fit with the art supports that meets their personal needs. It's one reason why Good Feet art supports are only available at the Good Feet store. Visit the Good Feet store now for a free personalized art support fitting and then take them for a walk. Experience for yourself the pain-relieving comfort, balance, and support of Good Feet. In Sacramento, Roseville, Stockton, Modesto, and Vacaville. Online at goodfeet.com.
Tax refund shock is everywhere. But what is it?
My tax refund shrank.
Mine too. The culprit? Pandemic-related stimulus payments and tax credits expiring. In this reporter's opinion, you need a tax expert.
Hey guys, Jackson Hewitt guarantees your biggest refund.
And tax prep is 50% off? Going there now.
50% off is a limited time offer for new clients filing at participating locations. Max value $200. Visit jacksonhewitt.com/50 for terms.
Near the banks of the Sacramento River, Perry Dye of the famous Dye family of golf architects designed Bartley Kavanaugh Golf Course as Sacramento's #1 course for fun. Dye's design and mixture of holes assures players of a fun-filled day with friends. Bartley Kavanaugh's moderately sized greens and generous fairway landing areas make for an affordable and fun round of golf. After golf, relax on the outdoor veranda with a cold beverage or a tasty meal. For tee times, visit BartleyKavanaugh.com. It's Sacramento's #1 course for fun.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
KHTKAM HD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD2 Sacramento. Your home for the biggest matchups in the NFL. Sactown Sports. Sactown Sports.
Headlines. It's Simone Rickford with your Sactown Sports headlines. Huge playoff implications going down at Golden One Center tonight. Sacramento Kings are back in action hosting the Phoenix Suns. If Sacramento can lock in a dub tonight, they will go 6 games up on Phoenix in the Pacific Division and would be well in control of winning that pennant, an elusive title the Kings haven't held since 2003. As those Sacramento Kings continue to flirt with breaking the playoff drought, you can download our Sactown Sports app or check out SactownSports.com for 24/7 playoff navigation and the latest seeding updates. I'm Simone. Those are your Sactown Sports headlines. Sean Cunningham joins the show on the Folsom Lake Honda hotline in less than 15. Don't go anywhere.
Cattles and Ramie.
Ramie.
Sactown Sports.
You good, Simone?
You know, I threw these headphones off. I was so mad at myself.
Just checking on my girl back there. You all right? You good?
I love flowers, man. What can I say? I'm good. I'll get it next time.
Sean Cunningham joining us in about 10 minutes or so. Third hour of the program. Thanks for joining us as always. JJ co-hosting, sliding in for Ramie. Behind the glass, we got Simone. We got Kyle. It was supposed to be Nate. Nate swapped his shift with Kyle today. And I text Nate last night. I'm like, it's because you hate us.
Nate's a busy man.
Yeah.
He's got to do Return of the Empire.
Yeah, he's doing that right now. I just walked past him.
Got too much going on all of a sudden. Anyway, again, thanks for joining us. YouTube.com, Sactown Sports 1140. Give us a like when you swing on by. We are limping towards 50. Currently at 40. Snail's pace.
Yeah, we got to get there, brother.
Snail's pace on what they just don't like us. Man, what are you gonna do?
Please hit the thumbs up. If you hear my voice right now, hit that thumbs up.
Live and local, 6A, 6P, Monday through Friday. All right, so the Kings, as we talked about, going through the current playoff bracket last segment, 43-29, 3 seed. They have 10 games left. 10 games left to the regular season, JJ. And here was Davion Mitchell at Shoot-Around talking about these next 10 games.
Some really good teams. Going on the road, play against some really good teams. Also, you just got to stay locked in, especially teams that's kind of not games that we're kind of supposed to win. Games like, I don't know, like some teams that we're supposed to win, you got to take those seriously. Can't take those lightly, but take one game at a time.
All right, so JJ, if they go 7-3, simple math tells me they get to 50 wins. They go 7-3, you're at 50. So let's talk about this close. Here's what the schedule looks like, all right? And I'll go game by game eventually, but quickly to get through the next 10. You've got Phoenix tonight at home. You've got Utah, of course, tomorrow night in the back-to-back at home. You're again at home on Monday against Minnesota. Then you have a back-to-back on the road in Portland. So you play Portland in one of those weird same-team back-to-back scenarios. You have to do that against Dame Dollar in Portland. Then you're back home against San Antonio. Then you go back out on the road for 3 of the last 4 games. You go to New Orleans. Then you go to Dallas. Then you're back home for Golden State and Steph Curry. And then you're back out on the road for the final game of the season at Denver. Okay? So that's what we look at. Phoenix, Utah, Minnesota at home, back-to-back in Portland, back home for San Antonio, on the road for the Pelicans and Mavericks, back home for the Warriors, and then back on the road at Denver. The 10 games, what do you think is a reasonable record?
5-5.
5-5.
I'm going right down the middle.
All right,
5-5. I'm going to keep this super simple, Nick. I think you get one of the games. If not, you should get both in Portland. I'm going to split down the middle this weekend. I think the Warriors are going to be playing for something, and I think the Warriors probably will have GP2 back, and I think the Warriors are coming to make a statement. So I think you lose that game.
And it's really interesting, that Warriors game. If you're still the 3rd seed and they are still the 6th seed, and it's the, as they say, penultimate game of the regular season.
Yes.
If that is the case, then that's a little playoff preview. And it'd be fascinating to see how each team plays it.
Yes.
Do you try to make a statement like you're saying, or do you hold back and say, we'll wait until that first round to show you what we truly have?
I could see Mike Brown coming off the gas pedal and doing exactly what you said on the back end is, I'm not going to show my good friend Steve Kerr all my tricks of the bag. I'm not going to let De'Aaron go out there and play 35 minutes and Domas. I might let him play 17, 18, keep them legs running.
And that's another great point you bring up. That when we went through the playoff bracket last segment, we did not even have enough time to talk about it. First round matchup against the Warriors, Brown knows an awful lot about that team.
Yes.
But Steve Kerr also knows a lot about Mike Brown. And so how many surprises would you actually have in that series? How many tricks does each head coach have that the other head coach doesn't know about?
Right. It's going to be, you're talking about a game of adjustments, quarters of adjustments, even, trips down the floor of adjustments. That's going to be a good matchup to really see. It's kind of one of those things when you know a person for so long, you almost know how they're going to act, respond, how they do things, how they prep, things that lead up to the game.
Right.
But Steve Kerr's got something. It's almost like I don't want to say he taught Mike Brown because Mike Brown's been coaching for 30-odd years. But he's got that back pocket. That back pocket playbook, and he's never pulled out those 3 or 4 things. And I can believe Mike Brown has those 3 or 4 aspects too, where he's like, I know Steve knows this, but you know what, Triano, give me something that Steve might not think about.
Yeah, yeah, and that's the advantage that I think Mike would have, because Coach Brown obviously is well aware of Kenny Atkinson, and that coaching staff and what they might be prone to do. Where, I don't know how much experience the Warrior staff has with Triano and Jordy and some of the other coaches. So that could actually be an advantage for the Kings across the entire staff, not just looking at the head coaches. You say 5-5. Look, I want no worse than 6-4. I want no worse than 6-4.
Do they lose the Dallas game? For me, that's the spinner. See, I think Denver is iced. They don't need it.
See, that's the interesting part, right? So, like, if Denver, you got 5 at home and 5 away.
Yep.
Denver, last game of the season, they're not going to need anything, right? So
can't do it.
What do? They probably rest the Joker.
For sure.
They might rest everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Gordon.
Now that begs the question, if you're Coach Brown and you're locked into a seed, do you play anybody in that game?
No.
So that kind of that really plays a role of how each of these teams will handle certain situations, right? Another game on the docket is New Orleans. Like, where is New Orleans? Are they still scrapping and clawing for a play-in, or have they played themselves out by then? And if so, are they just saying, you know what, Zion's been out the whole year. Let's just sit Ingram and McCollum. Nobody cares anymore. Let's just gear for next season. But I look at it and I say, Phoenix at home tonight, you should win this game.
Okay.
No DeAndre Ayton, no Kevin Durant. You should win.
Okay.
Tomorrow night, I think you should win. I think you should beat Utah. As I said, I'd like to see them go back-to-back, belly-to-belly, 2-0 this weekend. Minnesota at home, I think you could win that game. So I think you could win all next 3 home games.
Okay.
The Portland back-to-back, you have to at least split that, if not beat them twice.
All right.
And I know Dame Doll is terrific, but that team stinks.
Yeah.
That team is
And he might be checked out.
He might be checked out by then. And if Dame's checked out, you win both those games.
Sure.
So Portland's not good. San Antonio stinks. They're in the Wembo,
the Wembo.
Wemby. Is it Wembo, Wemby? I forget what we said last time.
It's Wemby. There's no O in his name.
No, I know, but I just I don't know.
Man, Kyle, stop being so.
How about Wemba?
The stats.
Kind of like Kemba.
Wemby.
Wemby. Let's go Wemby.
So San Antonio is trying to get Wemby. And you're here at G1C. You should flatten them cats.
Yes.
The tough,
Straight up.
The tough part is at New Orleans, at Dallas, Golden State, at Denver, right? If Denver's not playing anybody, I think you could win that game. Golden State, you could lose that game. At Dallas, you could lose that game. At the Pelicans, I think you should be favored in that game, but not heavily.
So you see at least 7-3, but you're like, you don't want to take nothing less than 6-4.
Yeah, I don't want anything less than 6-4. I think the out of the home games, the only home game that you might not be favored in, and I still think you'll be favored in it, is the Warriors. You should be favored over Phoenix. You should be favored over Utah. You should be favored over Minnesota. You should be favored over San Antonio. And if you're favored at home, you should win those games.
Yeah.
That's a 4-0. Golden State, again, they've played close games all year.
Yep.
So it's not like Golden State has raced away from the Kings.
Truth.
And you're at home against them. So, I mean, if you go 4-1, 5-0 at home, all you need is one more to go 6-4 out of New Orleans, Dallas, Denver. That's it, right? You just need in one of those from Portland.
You know what's going to happen, Nick, is you talked about how average, a little above average, they've been at home. Some of these games that we see on the docket, they're going to lose at home. And I hate to say
They
that.
better not, man.
And that's why I say they split this weekend. I think they lose the night win tomorrow.
Start winning at the G1C more, please.
I think they split with Portland for some odd reason.
I'll give you one.
Okay.
Losing one of the final 5 home games is somewhat acceptable. But they're 21-15.
What if it's San Antonio?
Not acceptable.
What if the one is San Antonio?
You better lose to one of the teams that's going to be in the playoffs or in the play-in, okay? If you lose to
But if
they
go
Minnesota,
4-1 and lose to San Antonio, Nick, you're not cool with it?
I guess so. I'll still be mad, though. I'll say they should have went 5-0.
I'd still be mad, though.
Yeah, if they didn't lose to San Antonio, they'd be 5-0. How can you lose to San Antonio? Come on. I mean, Scooter 916 says they should be sitting their starters in the second half against San Antonio. Should be that bad.
Man,
Don't sleep on.
the Kings have been winning games that I didn't think they would win and losing games that it's like, come on, how'd you guys lose to them, man?
If they win 6 games, they'll end up with 49 wins, just short.
That's what's going to happen.
I want them to finish just short of 50.
That's what's going to happen.
So I can clown Ramie.
Yeah, that's what's
Don't
going to
sleep
happen.
on Keldon Johnson.
Sean Cunningham joins us to talk Kings in 90 seconds.
Cattles
And Ramie.
Sactown Sports. Catch every Niners game right here.
It's a new partnership. It's a new day. We're going to be able to build some things together. But let's not fool anybody. This has always been a Niners town.
Here's Purdy out of the gun looking for McCaffrey on the goal line. Touchdown! San Francisco!
Sactown Sports, your official home for 49ers football in the 916.
Hello, I'm Frank Cock with Retirement Security Centers with a weekly economic update. No leprechauns in sight this week, but American consumers and businesses may soon be feeling the pinch, and this is exactly what the Federal Reserve is going for. The rate hikes continued, albeit with a smaller quarter-point raise in rates. With bank balance sheets shrinking due to rising rates and with likely increased scrutiny by bank examiners, riskier lending could become more scarce. Decreases in lending lead to decreases in free capital, which could put the pressure on employment and spending. Less dollars chasing the same items usually lead to decreases in prices, as we have seen in real estate, as rising costs have led to a 12.3% decrease in the median home price since they peaked last June. The lower prices led to an increase in existing home sales of 14.5% in February. Where does this leave us? The hope is that the recent bank stress leads to a slowing economy, lowering costs enough to have the Fed take a pause. How might this affect you or your family? Please go to frankontheradio.com to schedule an appointment, watch videos, and receive market updates. I'm ready to help you start your journey so you can define your future.
Frank Cockrell is a registered representative of Lincoln Financial Advisors Corporation, a broker-dealer and member SIPC and registered investment advisor. Retirement Security Centers is not an affiliate of Lincoln Financial Advisors.
Your afternoon home for Kings talk and more.
This is Cattles and Ramie
on Sactown Sports.
All right. Myself and JJ, we consider ourselves knowledgeable about the Kings. But we are humble enough to say there are people that know as much, if not more, about the Kings than we do.
Straight up.
And one of those gentlemen is Sean Cunningham, a friend of the program. And Sean is on the Folsom Lake Honda hotline. Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop. Kings guru from Fox 40. Mr. Cunningham is with us. Sean, as always, we appreciate your time, my man. Let's talk about Kevin Huerter. He said earlier today that he intends to return tonight. How big would that be for this final stretch?
Wow. I mean, first of all, thank you for the great intro. It's you get good at something after doing it a long time. So I don't know if it's because I've been doing it a long time or it's because I'm any damn good, but appreciate the support for sure. I think it'd be huge. I mean, look, I felt like Kevin Huerter, we all saw how that streaky shooting had come to light where, he had really struggled, goes into the All-Star break, gets a little fire, comes out and certainly has the struggles again. But I think this team is at their best when Malik Monk is rolling, Kevin Huerter is draining threes and playing some pretty above average defense, especially in the transition. And to give a team that is kind of scuffled here, although no cause to push the panic button, I think would certainly give them a reason to come out against a Phoenix Suns team that is also kind of scuffled here a little bit and losing 2 straight. And you're looking to even the season series with them. And I think tonight's game's a big one. And if Huerter can give you that boost, so be it. But these remaining games are going to be a kind of a fun wind down to the regular season. And I just can't believe we're going to be talking about a solid postseason appearance coming up.
Fox 40 Sean Cunningham rocking with the fellas Cattles and Ramie. Sean, you talked about tonight being a big game, and we just got through talking about the next 10 games and what would be a viable record in the next 10 games. What do you see? 5-5, 6-4, 7-3? What would you be happy with?
Yeah, shoot, if you can go 5-5, no matter what the season has looked like, I think it's fine. I think even if you're going 4-6, it's not going to do anything to derail my belief in this team that they've been a solid force in the Western Conference, somebody that has taken a lot of people, including myself, by surprise. But the one thing that they can hang their hat on is that really potent, fast, efficient offense. And if anyone is thinking that this team, you look at the NCAA tournament, right? Like everyone says, oh, you're peaking at the right time. And for you guys, I think Jay knows this, Nick, I don't know. So brace yourself, but I'm a Duke fan. And,
forget everything I said when I introduced you to the show. That's it.
And to that point, it's like, for the past few years, I've talked about how trash that program was going to be. And they always end up playing somewhat well towards the tournament. And I said, it doesn't matter. And this team, this goes into the team and we're like, oh, they're peaking at the right time. And I don't buy it. But for this team, I really felt the Kings team this Kings team has shown since January, even late December, that, I feel like this is a team that would be a tough out in the playoffs. And even if you stumble into the playoffs to close out the regular season, certainly there's a hungry Warriors team that lies ahead. You're going to have a Minnesota team, and you've got Utah for a second time here this week. And Phoenix is even trying to get right as well. So, I don't look at the 2 Portland matchups as anything. I kind of feel like they're out of it. But even those teams that are out of it, Kings fans know this, sometimes they try to upset the apple cart a little bit, and the Kings have done that in recent years. So some of those teams that might be bowing out, like the Spurs and the Blazers and possibly the Pelicans, wherever they end up being, could be some of those teams that might get you a hardy test that you weren't really expecting. So I'm looking forward to what lies ahead. I certainly don't think, you need to finish with a 500 record or better to be to go into the playoffs with a worthy mindset that you're going to be a competitive team. Because I'm talking to players and coaches all the time, and they say, you know what, people who think that the playoffs are going to slow down, that's a bunch of BS. They feel that they can play even faster.
Sean Cunningham here is with us. He, of course, is on the Folsom Lake Honda hotline. Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop. Sean, we always talk about the defense. Let's put the defense aside. What would be your biggest concern heading into the playoffs about this team?
Yeah, it's a great question because we have a lot of guys who might have individual playoff experience on other teams. Clearly, this team doesn't have it. They've shown to be a worthy regular season opponent. What's it look like in a playoff series? And I think that's been the question mark, which is you don't know who's going to be that X factor that pops up in a playoff series. Every series, when we go through the playoffs, you end up talking about a guy you didn't think you'd be talking about. I always say famously, when the Kings seasons are done, I have to jump over to Warriors coverage and cover their run, which usually means a finals appearance. And you're always talking about those guys. Last year, I think it was Otto Porter and Andrew Wiggins for sure, who had been so huge for their playoffs run and even into the finals. But I just wonder who that player might be with the Kings. Oftentimes in recent, in the early 2000s, and I think the league has changed a little since then. But you make careers out of the likes of Eduardo Nájera on early Kings runs with the Mavericks, and then you see the Matt Harperings of the world, who was such a dirty player for the Utah Jazz in those early playoff runs. Who's that player that the Kings are going to have? Do they have a hockey goon on this team? I think they might. I don't know if I've recognized it entirely who it might be consistently. Do they need that person? I don't know. And it's funny because we talk so much about playoff success and what that can look like and how much experience shines through. And sure, that's true. But I mean, look in recent years, we've seen somebody like last year, like the Mavericks. They go to the Western Conference Finals. Granted, they've got a superstar in Luka Doncic, but no one's really thinking that they'd go to the Western Conference Finals. The Hawks, just a few years ago, when they go to the Eastern Conference Finals, they do it with a little bit of freedom. No one had the expectations. So I wonder. I'm not saying that the Kings are going to go to the Western Conference Finals, but I feel like there's a freedom of them coming into a playoff series, not knowing what they don't know. And playing with a little bit of playing a little looser than maybe normal, because look, I think all the pressure is going to be on those teams that are later in the standings, and they keep changing by the day. But if you're going up against the Warriors, who are sixth right now in the West, and it's a Kings and Warriors playoff series, which by the way has never happened, well, all the pressure is on Golden State at that point.
Sean, you've been around for quite a bit of while, and I don't mean that in a bad way. That means you've been doing your job for doing it great for a long time. Just speak to this, because I asked this to the G-Man a couple of days ago about being who he would be scared of, and within that answer, he kind of spoke about what it just even mean to be in the playoffs. So you are a known figure here in Sacramento. Speak to just relearning to be back in the playoffs for Sacramento Kings fan, so someone like yourself, and for someone who covers the team.
Yeah, I think it's a different answer for everybody, really. I think fans, I think the city, you've seen it. They've, it's funny for someone like Nick. I mean, Nick, you've been here a year, maybe 2 years now at this point. I said this the other day on, I think it was on our podcast, where I bought my car that I drive now. It had 4 miles on it, and it was September of 2006.
Wow.
Yeah, man, it's a hybrid. It's an 07 Escape hybrid, and it's an 06. When I bought it in September of 06, I still have it. It's got 226,000 miles on it. So yes, I need a new car. But I looked at it, I'm like, is this the curse? Like, this is how people look at things. And it's like, you see the way the city is excited about the prospects of being back in the playoffs. They should be. I mean, it's understandable, but this has been missing. I feel like, they're rewinding all the way back to when that playoff series, Mitch Richmond, Brian Grant, Michael the Animal Smith, you look at that late 90s team that played the Sonics, and they get in as like an 8 seed, and they're going up against the number 1 seed, and the Kings are down, I think, 0-2 in that series. They played game 2 really, really tough, and before the Kings take the floor, I mean, the place is just going berserk. I feel like you could have a similar atmosphere inside Golden One. I think people won't be able to feel their faces. Some people have been waiting for this moment for so long. From a media standpoint, I mean, you can see it. You're in the building, you're looking around, and you're seeing media that
Never seen before. Right.
Yeah. Literally, they're walking in, they go, wow, this arena's great. It's like, yeah, man, this arena's been around for a little while now. So just the logistics of what that could look like. And you've seen what Jurassic Park outside of Toronto looks. You've seen what those watch parties look. And they were talking about for the finals outside of Milwaukee and what they look like. I feel like the Doco Plaza could be filled with people watching these watch parties for a first-round playoff series. And even if this team was in a postseason play-in tournament, which we all know is not the playoffs, they could probably fill that up to watch that too. So it's fun, man. You go walk around town and you see signs. You see King signs again. You see everyone buying into this Beam stuff. I was walking around, K Street and Doco earlier today, and you see the Beam stuff represented everywhere, and just this galvanizing force of community spirit and civic pride that is the Sacramento Kings and Golden One Center. It's exactly what we've all wanted to see in this city for such a long time, and it's exactly the image that the owner of Vivek Ranadive had when he built the arena, that this would be this central gathering spot. And now he's got a basketball team that's relevant enough to bring the people out and do it.
Sean, great stuff. Let's do it again soon, man. We appreciate you.
Oh, anytime, guys. Thank you so much.
All right, there goes Sean Cunningham from Fox. All guests coming to you from the Folsom Lake Honda Hotline. Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop. He pulling at my old PC strings there.
Yeah,
Michael Animal Smith. Yeah, Michael Smith, man. I remember Michael Smith, Providence College. He was a beast,
man. He's a Kings fan favorite.
He was a beast in the Big East. One of my favorite players when I was growing up. Just
really,
college wise, yeah,
man.
Yeah. He was the man at PC. All right, up next, find out why a tweet got JJ all worked up.
Cattles and Ramie.
Sactown Sports. It's Deuce and Mo.
You want to turn up a little? I mean, it's cute. It's cute. It's cute. This does not match Philadelphia, though.
No.
Definitely. Like, you're happy. Yeah, no.
Yeah, we're happy. Our team won.
Let's go climb some poles and drop fire grenades.
And spit on anyone that doesn't make a free throw.
Especially Santa. Yeah. That's okay.
Deuce and Mo. Weekdays from 11 to 2 on Sactown Sports.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by R.C. Willey Home Furnishings.
I'm Mark Finan in the KCRA3 Weather Center. Skies will stay clear tonight. It's going to be cold with overnight lows in the upper 30s. Tomorrow will be mostly sunny and breezy with highs near 60. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA3 News and the KCRA3 app.
New flooring instantly updates a room. RC Willey has an incredible selection of carpet, hardwood, tile, and laminate. Their experts will help you find the perfect floor for your home and schedule a free in-home measure. Shop RC Willey in Elk Grove or Rockland today.
Hey, you want to be around people having a great time? You need to come check out Capital Casino, offering the most varieties of table games in the region in the friendliest environment. Come for the food, which is awesome, of course, and stay and play. Conveniently located in downtown Sacramento at 411 North 16th Street, right there in downtown Sacramento for over 20 years. Cap Casino, best food, best games, and of course, the best action. And please gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
Power Business Technology is proud to be 100% independent, locally owned, and managed Toshiba copier dealer. Local ownership cuts out the red tape, allowing ourselves to never be too busy to personally answer the call when our clients need us. Recognized for excellence in service execution, training, and customer service, we're proud to be named a 2022 Toshiba ProMasters Elite Dealer. Contact us today for all of your business printing needs at 844-POWER-BZ. That's 844-769-3729, or visit us at PowerCopier.com.
What's up? We're talking to Chad Hoblet of Hoblet Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, and Woodland. Chad, what's going on for Ram Truck Month?
This month, you can save up to $10,000 off MSRP on new 2023 Ram 1500 Bighorn Crew Cabs. Plus, we have over 600 new Ram trucks available, which means we have the truck you want at the price that will work for you. That's what makes us California's #1 Ram truck dealer and #3 in the nation.
Oh, with all the options in Sacramento, how does Hoblet manage to be the #1 Ram truck dealer over and over again?
Well, our true pricing policy is a big part of it. The price you see is the price you pay. No bait and switch or surprise add-ons like other places. Plus, we know times are getting harder, which is why we don't mark up our trucks like everyone else.
Hey, if you're tired of being taken advantage of or just being the next sucker, come experience the difference at the Hoblet Ram Truck Center or search, select, and save through their whole inventory at hobletdodge.com. Best prices, best selection, period.
$10,000 total net savings after $4,000 factory rebates and $6,000 dealer discounts. Rebates include $1,000 Chrysler Capital bonus cash. Must finance with Chrysler Capital qualifying $1,000 case, C&H, or New Holland equipment cash. Must have purchased qualifying equipment after December 1st, 2020 to qualify. 5 of this net savings. See dealer for details.
Get ready to spring into grilling. Bring out your inner chef when you're grilling on one of the amazing Napoleon Prestige lines of outdoor gas grills. The Napoleon Stainless Steel Pro Series gas grills quickly turn you into the pro. You'll never cook indoors again. Napoleon grills are built to last and come with a lifetime bumper-to-bumper warranty. Truly the best in market for the outdoor cooking experience. Find your nearest retailer by visiting Napoleon.com.
Individual rates, coverage offerings, and savings may vary, subject to terms and conditions, not available in all areas. Hey, small business owner, when's the last time you checked your workers' comp rate? For many small businesses, workers' comp insurance is one of their biggest costs. But some don't check their rate often. Did you know rates can vary? In fact, taking 3 minutes to check your rate with Pi Insurance could save you up to 30%. Just go to trypi.com, share a few details about your business, and get a quote that's customized for you with no hassle or hidden fees. We know you're busy, but spending just a few minutes to check your rate could save you money. Plus, when you sign up for pay-as-you-go billing, your premium is based on your actual payroll, not an estimate. So your workers' comp audit experience is simplified. See how much you could save with Pi Insurance. Ask your agent for Pi. Or get a quote at trypi.com. That's TRYPIE.com.
If you are like the thousands of people that take advantage of March for replacing your heating and cooling system, then this message is for you. Hi, I'm Mario, owner of Attic Man Heating and Air, and March is the most popular month for replacing old, inefficient heating and cooling systems because of milder temperatures and end-of-winter rebates. If you've even contemplating replacing your old AC system, act now. Take advantage up to 5 years of interest-free financing and 10-year warranties. I know, it sounds way too good to be true, but it is true. 10 years of worry-free operation, but you have to book online today at atticmanhvac.com. Attic Man Heating and Air.
Sactown Sports.
Headlines. It's Simone Rickford with your Sactown Sports headlines. Huge playoff implications going down at Golden One Center tonight. Sacramento Kings are back in action hosting the Phoenix Suns. If Sacramento can lock in a dub tonight, they will go 6 games up on Phoenix in the Pacific Division and would be well in control of winning that pennant, an elusive title the Kings haven't held since 2003. As those Sacramento Kings continue to flirt with breaking the playoff drought, you can download our Sactown Sports app or check out SactownSports.com for 24/7 playoff navigation and the latest seeding updates. I'm Simone. Those are your headlines. Now back to Cattles and Ramie.
With you 1 mile at a time during the afternoon drive. Cattles and Ramie.
Sactown Sports.
All right, we got a bunch of texts and YouTube comments to run through before we get to JJ. You got all worked up over a tweet.
Don't let me off the hook. Don't let me off the chain just yet, Nick.
Don't let him off the hook. Text line. This text is from a very special person.
Absolutely.
Means a lot to us here at the program. Somebody who I personally cannot wait to meet one day. Hopefully I am fortunate enough to meet this powerful woman and feel her presence. I'm talking about Mama Rickford. And Mama Rickford text into the show.
Shots out.
Send Simone back to the playoffs. Not just 1, not 2, but 3 exclamation points. She was there, albeit up in the rafters at Arco when the Kings beat the Mavs 2005. Peja scored big exclamation point. Mama Rickford.
God, she is so
Big
precious.
ups.
She is the glue that holds the world together.
You going to the game with her tonight, right?
Yep, I'm taking her.
That's awesome.
That's
Love
dope,
her.
man.
That's fantastic.
Thank you,
Straight
Mom.
up.
There you go, Mama Rickford. Another text. I'm tired of hearing about playoff experience. The Kings can beat anybody in the West and have shown that in the regular season.
Yeah, slow down there, brother. Or
I like that energy. We're not cowards.
Yeah.
We can beat the Clippers.
Who's that from, Nick?
I don't know. Just a text.
Yeah, well,
I think
shouts
it's
out.
a 707 number.
Shouts out to
so.
707. You know, say it backwards, but slow down there. Let's be realistic here.
Yeah, I mean, look, there is a thing about playoff experience, and it's not to say that the Kings can't win series. It's not the point. The point is they're going to be going against at least one team, if not multiple teams, that have guys that have, made deep runs, maybe won championships if you're going 6 versus 3, and the Warriors are that 6 seed. So, yeah, I mean, it does mean something. I think we saw that in the finals last year. A Celtics team that had made a number of playoff runs still could not execute at the level of Golden State.
Yeah.
The Warriors had been there before.
Very fine line. Very fine line, though, Nick.
Very fine
line between the Celtics and the Warriors. As much as I enjoy watching the Kings, and I know, people they're gonna talk a little low head because I'm dampening the party here.
We got a text saying, "Told you JJ is a Warrior fan."
Well, I'm just telling you, I keep it a buck though. This the thing is a lot of you cats out there right now, y'all so hyped off the fact that the Kings, and you should be. Believe me, I'm not saying take your excitement. I'm just saying I'm gonna keep it real. Because when it's all said and done, if the Kings win the championship, they've earned it. I'm also saying at this point, I need to see it to believe it, and I hope they earn it.
Let's see what else we got. Zombie Head Soldiers, YouTube.com. Kings go 8-2 and then sweep the Warriors.
Oh man, Zombie, he talking like a zombie.
And that says Draymond gets sent to Charlotte.
Sacramento and the half.
TCG, only teams Kings should fear are at the top of the Eastern Conference.
Boy.
Denver.
It's Friday, isn't it? Is it happy hour yet, Nick? Have the state workers got off and went downtown yet, man? Some cats took half days out here in these streets of Sacramento. Look, man, I don't want to be the Grinch because normally, Nick, you're the Grinch.
Hey, I'm not.
Right? But I don't mind being Max, the sidekick, the dog of the Grinch, brother. I'm just saying, come on now, let's be realistic. If you would ask all four of those texters or YouTubers if they would have even thought the Kings would have been in the third spot, they lying if they told you.
Yeah.
Come on, man, let's keep it a buck on the Cattles and Ramie show.
All right, let's get to something else here quickly. Cattles and Ramie, JJ in for Ramie. Don't forget our friends at Capital Casino as well. Don't want you to forget about them. Conveniently located 411 North 16th Street in downtown Sacramento. There was a tweet that got JJ going a little bit here. It's from Bob Nightingale, a baseball writer, who tweeted out the top 5 profitable teams in Major League Baseball in 2022. The most profitable team was the Mariners, $83.8 million. San Francisco Giants, second, $74.9. Red Sox, third, $71.6. The Orioles were fourth, $64.7. And then coming in as the 5th most profitable team in Major League Baseball last season, JJ, your Oakland A's at $62.2 million.
Listen, when I saw this tweet, I almost fell out the bed because I believe I was still in the bed, talking and listening and doing my research. Let me just give you a couple things real quick, Nick, before I have to showcase why I can't believe this. The average MLB player last year's salary was $4.2 million, according to Front Office Sports. $4.2 million. Trevor May, he makes the most money on the A's this year. He's scheduled to make $7 million, the most money on the team. The average baseball player that last year in 2022 was 4.2. He's scheduled to make 7.
That's crazy.
The A's have only 4 players who are scheduled to make over the league minimum salary.
Only 4.
The average.
Only 4.
Salary last year. 4. 4. Come on, brother. Max Scherzer is making $43 million this year alone. Verlander, $40 million. The projected payroll for the Oakland A's this year, 52.9. We'll round up for goodness sake, $53 million. That's estimated. That's what guys, they're still going through arbitration and everything. Their active payroll right now, $40 million. They recouped more than what they're getting ready to pay. $62 million profit. Yep. I mean, you brought it in.
Yep.
You're only spending an estimate of $53 million this year.
That's ridiculous.
Let me tell you.
That's ridiculous.
One thing we don't
BSing the people in this country.
They're not even BSing the people, because John Fisher has ultimately come out and say that he's not going to pay for a winning product until he gets a new stadium. I'm not even going to dive into the Oakland versus the A's versus Fremont. I'm not even going to get into all of that.
The Vegas stuff.
The Vegas stuff. All I'm going to say is this. You're recouping money You're walking home with money through the pandemic, by the way.
Millions.
Come on, man. This dude gained $1 billion. I'm not pocket checking. I'm just reading black and white.
This seems like a cash grab.
It's more than a cash grab. $1 billion in a pandemic. And he's not even spending what he got in from baseball?
Yeah, that's
$200 million.
How could you possibly be a fan of the Oakland A's?
Can't do it.
I'm so turned off as an Oakland A fan as seeing that tweet from Bob Nightingale that I almost picked up and called the A's, everybody that I know who works for the A's organization.
Yeah.
Text the guys that I know that works over there. Man, you always be ashamed of yourself. And it's not even their fault.
Yeah.
But the fact of the matter is somebody in the building's got to tell the truth.
It's awful. It's awful. It's inexcusable. These teams that don't put money into their rosters while they pocket money from the league, it's ridiculous. And to have a payroll of about 50 million and be pocketing 60 plus million, I mean, that's not the way it's supposed to be. And your team, as JJ mentioned, you're making money because you purchased a pro sports team that you're going to be able to flip and sell for even more money.
Straight up.
So the investment's already working out for you. It's awful. The most unbelievable audio of the week. Don't miss it next.
Cattles and Ramie.
Sactown Sports. The last time the Kings had a winning season, you heard this.
Right to the hoop, lays it up, around, and in, at the horn, and Arco has gone berserk.
Now it's the Beam Team's turn.
The Knicks have it. Here comes Barrett on the run. Stutter step in the lane. Double clutch. Chase down. Blocked by Sabonis. Rocks. He fires for the win. He's got the triple.
The Sacramento Kings will finish the regular season with a winning record for the first time since 2006. Catch every Kings game on Sactown Sports.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Folsom Lake Kia.
I'm Mark Finan in the KCRA3 Weather Center. Skies will stay clear tonight. It's going to be cold with overnight lows in the upper 30s. Tomorrow will be mostly sunny and breezy with highs near 60. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA3 News and the KCRA3 app.
Make your New Year's resolutions yet? Let me help. Trade out of that old car and into something safe and reliable, like a new Folsom Lake Kia with a low payment. Shop Folsom Lake Kia, family owned for over 20 years.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave from my good friends at American Energy. Right now, get $2,500 off a new HVAC whole system installation. Now is the time to replace that system. $2,500 off a new HVAC whole home system. 0% financing, payment plan options available. There's no reason to keep putting this off. Schedule today, 916-520-9990, and tell them Carmichael Dave sent you.
Call 916-520-9990 now.
Like any good agent, we're here for the open house, for the closing, for handing over keys. But because we're realtors, we're here for so much more. Agents who are realtors volunteer at nearly 3 times the national average. We're working to broaden access to credit, increase affordable housing supply, and ensure fair housing for all. And realtors are bound by a code of ethics. We're here for it all. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors. That's who we are.
At Fisher Investments, our clients know we have their backs. How do your clients know that? Because Fisher Investments is a fiduciary, the highest standard for a financial advisor. It means we're there for our clients and always put their interests first. So wait, you do it because you have to? No, we do it because it's the right thing to do. Our clients trust us with their retirement savings, and we know how important that responsibility is. So we take the time to really get to know them. Get to know them how? We make sure we understand their unique goals, finances, health, family, and lifestyle so we can tailor their portfolio to their specific needs. Our goal is to help them achieve a comfortable retirement.
Sounds like a big responsibility. You must make big commissions then, right?
No, we don't sell commission-based products. We have one single transparent fee that's structured so we do better when our clients do better. Visit FisherInvestments.com to find out why investors like you are switching to us. Fisher Investments. Clearly different money management.
Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
If the sticker price markups that new car dealers are demanding are scaring you away from a brand new vehicle, you can still get the vehicle you want and save thousands at M&S Auto on El Camino right off the Cap City Freeway. M&S Auto has literally hundreds of gently used but beautiful Silverados, Rams, and Tacomas. And if you love muscle cars, they've got Challengers and Mustangs too. M&S Auto Sales. Great cars and trucks and fair deals every day. Come and get yours. msautogroup.com.
Feel the thunder.
It ignites something inside of you.
Lightning and the thunder.
Sets alight an elevated state of being. Days are pure exhilaration. And the nights, they're simply electric. See it, hear it, feel it.
Thunder. Feel the thunder. Lightning and the thunder.
Thunder Valley Casino Resort. Feel the thunder.
The clock is ticking. Get off the bench and head down to Fasteners Tool Outlet, where you'll find the lowest prices on Milwaukee power tools and so much more. Why pay more at a big box store? Get a triple-double at Fasteners Tool Outlet with weekly and monthly offers, including up to 50% off select hand tools, batteries, power tools, and fasteners. Whether you're looking for a Festool sander, a Saw's top table saw, or a Milwaukee impact driver, Fasteners Tool Outlet has the tools you need to do the job. Make a slam dunk with Fasteners Tool Outlet, 6701 Poweret Road, or on the web at fastenersinc.net.
At Elk Grove Honda, we'd like to help you purchase your next new Honda. Right now at Elk Grove Honda, new Hondas are arriving on a regular basis, including the newly designed CR-V, new design Accords, exciting Civics, and much more. And Elk Grove Honda's pre-owned inventory offers choices there as well. So give Elk Grove Honda a chance to show you the new or pre-owned Honda you're looking for. We are Elk Grove Honda in the Elk Grove Auto Mall, Highway 99 at Elk Grove Boulevard, or visit us at elkgrovehonda.com.
I gotta get an Elk Grove Honda.
Live and local in the afternoon.
They always keep you on edge.
Cattles
and Ramie
on Sactown Sports.
All right, let's have some fun here. Let's have some good old-fashioned fun. It's like an other news feel on a Friday today.
What I got to keep it to the papa.
Tell him, Ramie.
But the body got a bitty body papa.
Ramie. Cattles and Ramie, JJ and for Ramie today. So
what I got to keep it to the papa. But the body got a bitty body papa.
This is from Tommy Wida from Bring Me the News. The Bloomington Police Department said it arrested 23 men in a prostitution sting operation. In a Monday press conference announcing the arrest, Chief Booker Hodges said the multi-agency effort was focused on male customers seeking prostitution and that a 24th suspect is under investigation. Police created a fake ad with photos of an undercover officer and posted it on numerous websites that are used by people looking for adult services. Hodges said a total of 211 people interacted with the ads in a 2-day span on March 15th and 16th. Now, it was not the story that got our attention. It was Chief Hodges at the press conference.
So before I get to these guys, I'm going to start off with a quote from a R&B singer.
Oh, boy.
He told everybody that he was a Pied Piper. Either no one paid attention or no one believed them until they did. The same R&B artist said, "My mind is telling me no, but my body is telling me yes." These guys here, just like the R&B singer R. Kelly, should have followed his own advice.
My mind's telling me no.
Be careful.
My body's telling me yeah. Baby, I don't want to hurt nobody.
Be careful.
But there's something I must confess. You got to run it down, Nick.
Ain't nothing wrong with the prostitution thing.
Y'all are about to get canceled, and I'm not going to do a damn thing to stop it.
Listen, man, we're not fans.
You just sang it in E minor.
We're not fans.
He sang it.
We just knew it.
We're just telling you where the chief was going here with this.
Be careful.
R. Kelly is canceled, though.
He is.
I wonder why.
I mean, but look, what are we doing here? We can't sing the song that the chief was referencing.
I'm just gonna ask that, Nick. It ain't our fault. The chief, if a chief of police
that's on him,
is utilizing these things, we're just observers.
I'm going to issue a citizen's arrest for the police officer.
Well, I mean, if you want to do that, JJ and I aren't in trouble here. We're staying clear.
Yes.
Sticking with music, is Notorious B.I.G. a fraud? Ooh, I hope not. So Barstool had a video out today, caught my attention, so it did some digging. Allhiphop.com, written by, I don't think this is his real name, Ill Seed.
That might be.
Could be. Baby Ill Seed. There was a rapper with the name Notorious Big One, and he had a reported song called Big Daddy that did 0 damage. He was from Mississippi. This is a real song that used the same sample as Juicy, which was derived from the hit song Juicy Fruit.
From
Entombed. Yeah. R.I.P. Decades after the tragic end of Christopher Wallace, this song is making the rounds and the rapper is talking. Basically, the accusations are he was ripped off. So, let's have you decide here, okay? First, here is the song that we all know, Juicy, from Biggie.
It's all good, baby. It was all a dream. I used to read Word Up magazine, Salt and Pepper and Heavy D up in the limousine, hanging pictures on my wall. Every Saturday, rap attack Mr. Magic Molly Mall. I let my tape rock till my tape pop.
All right, we all know that one. This one you probably do not know. This is the song Big Daddy from Notorious Big One. Simone's just laughing hilariously behind Kyle.
Back to Simone.
It's like, beep.
All right, so listen. Obviously, he ripped the beat.
Yes.
Right? That's obvious. Somewhat the same cadence, although I would say Notorious Big One is a little bit quicker than Biggie.
Yeah.
So here's some research from Ill Seed. He went from Biggie Smalls to Big E Smalls due to a lawsuit by Calvin Lockhart in 1992. Then he became Notorious Big in 1993, which is the year Notorious B1 from Mississippi dropped his first and last single. B.I.G. needed a name and a hit single, and Puffy found both in Mississippi. Notice on Juicy, Biggie says, from the Mississippi down to the East Coast. Also notice B1 named his song Big Daddy. Biggie named his alter ego Big Papa. I know some of you can have bleep under your noses and not smell it, but that's not going to change the fact that this is no coincidence. One similarity is one thing, but several, along with mentioning the man's state in the song in question, is a bullseye.
Oh, yeah.
If you know hip-hop, you know the song flow and story, and would also know Biggie kept using that flow in other songs. In closing, Biggie only needed a name and a hit, which he got from B1, and that was a normal practice and still is. Big is an amazing MC, and this takes nothing away from that. He's great without Juicy, but Puffy stole an idea / names that came from B1 because he was desperate to win, and it worked. Now,
strong words.
Notorious B1 allegedly said, in 1993, I was signed to a small record label called Dragon Records in Gulfport, Mississippi. I had a song that I wrote to Entombed called Juicy Fruit. I wrote the song to the actual record, and it was called Big Daddy. Big Daddy was the lead single off the Mississippi Doughboys album that was released in September of 93. It was released on the same day as Snoop Dogg's first album, Doggy Style. The classic. The Doughboys, the cartoon. Front, awesome.
It's classic.
The Doughboys album was made by two Gulfport rappers, Till I Die, and myself, the Notorious Big One, Notorious B1. Yeah, I had the name and song first. I know it might be hard to believe, but it is 100% the truth. It was on the radio first and in the stores first. We sent packages to all the major labels shopping for distribution. Just imagine my surprise when people started calling me saying they've just seen my video. We was trying to get the truth out back then, but after B.I.G.'s death, I decided to leave it alone out of respect. I'm not fat anymore. Well, that's good.
That's straight.
And a lot has changed, but before I leave this bleep, I want everybody to know the truth. I was the original Notorious Big One. Hashtag 2 grams.
That's what's up. And you know what? He deserves to get the recognition. Point blank, period. I have no doubt in my mind that Diddy, knowing who Diddy is, having worked for Revolt at a point in time, which Diddy owns, yeah, he knocked it. There's too many.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, there's too many similarities.
Yeah.
I will say, like what was said from, some of the research done and all that stuff, like Biggie was legit.
For sure.
It's not that he wasn't legit. It's just this song was copped.
Yeah.
100%.
He was already a street legend in New York, a freestyle guy. People had already knew about him.
Yep.
He'd already been working on some things. But absolutely, looking for that first single, Nick, you're 100% right. I'm pretty sure the small record label or Notorious B1, they probably sent out, as he said, packages, which was the old school guerrilla way at that point in time, out the trunk, which was, let me make sure I put this out there. East Coast cats created mixtapes. West Coast cats sold stuff out the trunk. We were the first people to do that. And so with that being said, no doubt they sent off them care packages to all these different labels. Diddy being an A&R, hint, 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 he been an A&R looking for new talent.
Yep.
Probably got that package and was like, oh man, this is perfect.
Now, I do question the timing of it all, though. I mean, it says 1993, and I know B1 can be like, oh, out of respect for his death.
Right.
Biggie died in 97.
Right.
That's 4 years.
I'm kind of wondering.
I'm kind of wondering if B1 was paid. And now years later, he's like, oh, yeah, they cop, yeah. But anyway.
That NDA is done?
It's a little fishy that, I mean, what are we talking now? 30 years.
I know.
30 years after this dude was sending those packages out. And again, Biggie was alive for 4 years.
Man.
You're telling me Biggie ripped the song from you, and for 4 years you just sat back and watched Biggie get huge, and you were like, oh, whatever. I'm just a silly dude in Mississippi. Like, I don't know. Coming up, the top spot at 5.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
I know it's weird that I've never been to a playoff game, but I was going to say I've never missed one, but that's not true. But I've been to most of them. Like, I don't think I just don't know if I could handle it mentally. I need a constant supply of snack food. Yes. I mean, but I would just be straight up mainlining popcorn. I might have to actually go to some therapy or something this playoff season.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross. Weekday mornings from 6 to 10 on Sactown Sports.
For your everyday vehicle. Right now, you can get 5 quarts with an STP oil filter for only $26.99. Do the complete job for the right price. Get the parts you need when you need them at AutoZone or AutoZone.com.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
When you take the time to shop at Folsom Lake Honda, there's one thing you'll always find. Happy people ready to serve you. As a family-owned and operated dealership since 2009, customer service is our #1 priority. Our customers love doing business with us, and you will too.
Looking to own or lease? During the spring sales event, drive a brand new Accord or Civic. Visit us today at FolsomLakeHonda.com, your one-stop Honda shop.
Folsom Lake Honda. Yeah, your one-stop Honda shop.
At aimyourdigital.com, we'll help you target the right audience, build your leads, and crush your quota. Take your business to the next level. Our digital marketing strategies help grow awareness of your product or service, all while building trust in your business. Our approach involves leveraging multiple tools and strategies to deliver exceptional results that are customized to your unique business needs. Don't wait to run out of sales leads. Keep your business growing. Get started with aimyourdigital.com today.
Golf to Go is brought to you by the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop. Here's Frank LaRosa.
According to PGA.com, the first match set of clubs were being sold in the 1920s. Prior to that, players just put together a collection of what worked for them from various club makers. When the gutta-percha ball arrived around 1850, players began to seek irons for this new, harder ball. Clubs were not numbered and referred to by usage, like a cleek for fairway shots and a rut iron for trouble shots. As the irons gained popularity, there was a need to differentiate their purpose. They carried a niblick, mashie, spoon, brassy, and of course, the driver. This was followed by utility clubs like the Sammy, the Chipper, the Sky Iron, Semi-Putter, and many more. When Spalding marketed their Crowflight brand, there was a defined relationship of loft, weight, and shaft length for all the clubs. As other manufacturers got on board, the notion of numbering the clubs became common. Even the putter was labeled as the number 10 club along with its name. Today, clubs are simply numbered and most players have a good idea of how to use them. That's your Golf to Go. I'm Frank LaRosa.
When was the last time you heard of a new car for only $298 a month? How about today at Elk Grove Kia? Your choice, 2023 Kia Forte GT or 2023 Kia Soul EX for only $298 a month. Incredible. With Elk Grove Kia's exclusive 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty. Why would you buy anywhere else? Worried about credit? Elk Grove Kia specializes in helping folks get the credit they deserve. No credit, little credit, bad credit, no problem. Bankruptcies, foreclosures, repos, no problem. Looking for the hard-to-find models, Tellurides, K5s, EV6s? Check us out online at elkgrovekia.com or come see us at the Elk Grove Auto Mall today.
2023 Kia Soul EX 298 plus tax, 48 month lease, $31.95 customer cash to assigning residual of $15,603.80 based on 10K per year, 20 cents per mile over payment based on tier 1, 740 plus FICO score. Kia finance approval. This payment GTA 858 2023 Kia Forte GT 298 plus tax, 36 month lease, $39.95 customer cash to assigning residual of $13,140 based on 10K per year, payment at tier 1, 740 plus FICO score. Subject to Kia finance approval. This payment GTA 8581 both expires 3/31/23.
Hey kids, Carmichael Dave here. I want to talk to you about my good friends at Amy Ace Hardware in Carmichael and El Dorado Hills. Listen, they've just been awarded platinum status by Traeger Grills, just one of over 300 dealers nationwide. I've got a Traeger. I got it from Amy. It's fantastic. Listen, platinum status. That means they offer elevated customer experiences with knowledgeable staff members that know the grills inside and out. It also means Amy Ace Hardware carries the newest selection of Traeger products. Now, they're celebrating this Saturday at both locations in Carmichael on El Camino near Watt and in the El Dorado Hills Town Center. So come see the new Timberline XL. That's the one I've got. The brand new Flat Rock Grill in action Saturday, and try some wood-fired food. See the entire line of great Traeger grills. Be ready for the barbecue season. 2 locations, Amy Ace Hardware, Carmichael on El Camino near Watt and El Dorado Town Center off Highway 50. Tell them Carmichael Dave sent you.
KHTK AM HD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD2 Sacramento.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios, your local sports leader in the 916. This is Sactown Sports. Sactown Sports.
Headlines. It's Simone Rickford with your Sactown Sports headlines. Huge playoff implications going down at Golden One Center tonight. Sacramento Kings are back in action hosting the Phoenix Suns. If Sacramento can lock in a dub tonight, they will go 6 games up on Phoenix in the Pacific Division and would be well in control of winning that pennant, an elusive title the Kings haven't held since 2003. As those Sacramento Kings continue to flirt with breaking the playoff drought, you can download our Sactown Sports app or check out SactownSports.com for 24/7 playoff navigation and the latest seeding updates. I'm Simone. Those are your Sactown Sports headlines. Last 30 rack of the show, so you know what time it is. Go forth and light the beam, baby!
Did you miss the headline and the top story of the day?
Extra, read all about it.
Don't worry, because we got you covered.
This is how we do.
It's the Cattles and Ramie.
Top spot. Saw Nate back there. I was going to say the top spot is how Nate hates the program. Yeah, saw him talking to you back there, JJ. He's whistling nonsense, wasn't he?
He was. He was working on some Kings tickets.
I feel bad for Simone.
I know.
What do I do? Why do you feel bad for me?
Vultures
Yes.
circling around.
Oh, is there some stuff going on in the YouTube chat?
No, people trying to get tickets.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, never mind. I was misreading.
The gatekeeper. Not talking about the YT thirst.
Yeah, that's what I thought we were going. I was like, okay, I haven't seen it, but okay. Yes, people want the tickets right now, and I ain't got it for them.
They ain't going anywhere.
I ain't got the tickets
YT
either.
thirst. That's gonna be there for a while,
Forever.
All right, so
Ever?
we started. We started the show today talking about this weekend, right? Tonight you got Phoenix. Tomorrow night you've got Utah. Now tonight, no DeAndre Ayton, no KD, and then tomorrow you got Utah. JJ's okay with the split 1-1. I'd like to see them win both games. I'd like to see them go back to back. I said earlier in the show, Ramie and I had a conversation a couple weeks ago about Kings fans being greedy. I feel like I'm being greedy, but I would like to see back-to-back wins. Let me ask you this, JJ. Do you think it's a big deal that the Kings have not played as well at home as we thought they might?
I would say coming down to the last 10 games, no. Playoffs get ready to reset. You made a great point earlier in the show. You know, playoffs mean something different. And if they finish in the second or third spot, which it looks like, you know, it's almost inevitable. Now, I don't want to bring no bad luck to the table, but or a cattle's curse, which is already that's been broken. That's been broken. I would say no. Once the playoffs start, I think if you ask that question next week, or excuse me, in a couple weeks, I would say absolutely. But right now, because of where they stand, the standings, I would say no.
Yeah, the Kings are 21-15 at the G1C this year. They actually have a better road record than home record. They're 22-14 on the road. And when you look at some of the other teams, if you're wondering, the Nuggets are 30-6 at home.
Man.
The Grizzlies are 31-5 at home. The Suns are 23-12 at home, so a couple games better than you. The Clippers are actually slightly worse than you are. They're 20-17. Of course, I think that has to. Let's also not forget, we're talking about home records, but we're also talking about the Kings who have been healthy all year.
Yes.
You know, like the Clippers without Kawhi, they've been a different team, right? So how many of those home games did they not have Kawhi? I don't know. But the Clippers are 20-17. The Warriors have a much better home record than you do. They're 29-7. Of course, they've been atrocious on the road.
Whew.
They are 9-29.
They're still in single digits. Yeah, okay.
9-29. To give you an idea, the Warriors are 9-29 on the road. The Spurs and Rockets are both 6-29. So they're almost as bad as the Spurs and Rockets away from the Chase Center.
I think they're worse than the Pistons.
I'd have to look at that. Let me see. The Pistons are 7-28.
Not quite.
Come on, Kyle. Bringing bad information to the table.
Pelicans are better at home than you are, 24-13. The Mavericks have been better, 22-15. OKC's been better than you, 22-15.
Really?
Utah's been better than you, 22-14.
I could see that.
I mean, you got like the 8th or 9th worst home record in the Western Conference. And that just drives me nuts because I've been at Golden One. Like, it's not for a lack of fans. It's not for a lack of passion. It's not for a lack of, loud noises happening. So we'll see. But you got to make sure that you take care of home court when you get to the postseason. As JJ said, you got 5 home games left. You ask who those 5 games are against. I will tell you. Phoenix, Utah, Minnesota. Bang, bang, bang. 3 in a row, the next 3. Then you've got San Antonio after the back-to-back in Portland.
Got to win that.
That's light work.
Come on.
And then you've got Golden State.
Shooters. I don't know if you get that one.
So, I mean, I would love to see them go 4-1 at least at home. 5-0 obviously would be great. 3-2 I feel like would be a disappointment. 3-2 would be a disappointment to me. Considering what's going on. Phoenix with DeAndre out and stuff and Utah. Yeah. Minnesota, I know they got Karl Anthony Towns back, but that experiment is just beginning.
Yeah.
And Edwards is in a boot.
I was going to say he's not probably playing to playoffs.
Ant not playing probably.
For the bigger picture,
San Antonio stinks out loud.
I get what you're saying, Nick, but I go back to the bigger picture then. If that 3-2 falls in the 5-5, I'm okay with it. If it falls in the 6-4, I'm okay with it. But I do understand where you're coming from. It's time to put the muscle on, protect home court, let people know when you come this way, it's not going to be easy.
JJ's got the Kings going 5-5 over the final 10 games. I said I'll take 6-4. Again, they've got Phoenix, Utah, Minnesota at Portland for the back-to-back. San Antonio at home here. And then you go on the road again for 3 out of your last 4. You're at New Orleans, you're at Dallas, you're at Denver. You can squeeze Golden State before Denver into the schedule as well. That game, as I just mentioned a minute ago, that game will be at Golden One. Meanwhile, if you're wondering, we also take a look at the playoffs right now, the brackets. If you're wondering what the brackets look like, if the playoffs began tonight, the 10-9 matchup, Pelicans-Lakers, I think all of us said Lakers are moving on. You got 7-8, Minnesota, Dallas. I think JJ and I said Dallas. Kyle, did you say?
I said it was a toss-up, but we went Dallas.
Simone?
Put the phone down.
I wasn't on the phone. I'm talking on the YouTube chat. And I was not participating in this contest or this conversation.
Who you like, though, Minnesota or Dallas in a series?
I just read something that Kyrie has been dealing with plantar fasciitis. Give me Dallas still, though.
Okay. But what if he circles his plantar fasciitis with some sage before the game? If he just loops it around his foot a couple times.
A couple of drops of essential oils.
Meditate
that'll
with
make it
crystals.
all better.
All right, so let's say Dallas wins. If Dallas wins, they're the seventh seed.
Man.
If Dallas wins, they're the seventh seed. That will leave Minnesota against the Lakers. I got the Lakers.
Lake
now.
show.
See, I said T-Wolves as long as Ant plays.
Yeah, I got the Lakers.
Lakers.
LeBron.
So all right, so if we say Lakers wins that matchup, the Lakers are the 8th seed. So the Lakers would play the Nuggets. Memphis would play Dallas as of right now. If you leapfrog Memphis, then you would play Dallas. So it'd be Sacramento, Dallas. If you don't leapfrog Memphis, then you would be playing Golden State in the 3-6 matchup.
Boy.
And yeah. I mean, that would be a heck of a series. Bragging rights.
That's the one I don't want.
Every time you see Bay Area people, you can shove it in their face.
Yes.
Bring it. We're not cowards.
Aha, we beat you. And then they would say 4, and then you'd go, okay,
right.
You win.
All right, Clay.
Then you got Phoenix and the Clippers at 4 and 5.
Give me Phoenix.
Yeah. I got Denver over LA.
Me too.
So
yeah.
If you got Denver against Phoenix.
Give me Phoenix.
Don't sleep on my boy Kawhi.
And then let's say Sacramento, the Kings take care of the Warriors.
All right.
Then you got the Warriors versus the winner of Memphis and Dallas. And I like Memphis.
Yes.
So, and even if you got to get through Dallas, if they beat Memphis in the series, I mean, you're looking at playing Steph, Luka, and then the winner of the Joker and KD.
Yeah.
So there is no easy road,
brother.
I mean, there is no easy road.
So, as they say, to be the champ, you got to beat the champ.
Woo!
There you go. I would imagine you wouldn't want to play as this Notorious B1 or as this Notorious B.
I knew this would get you. I told him put all Vicky on.
I know which one we were playing here.
Mississippi. I used to say you know how to spell Mississippi.
M-I, crooked letter I. Crooked letter I, humpback I.
Yeah, I do it. M-I-S-S-I, humpback I.
I
That's
never
East
heard
Coast
the
versus West Coast.
I've never heard either of these. That was
You've
so
never heard
impressive.
M-I-S-S-I, humpback I.
That's East Coast.
Both of them are beautiful.
Wow.
As a nerd, this is excellent.
You'll learn something today. I have not gone after your clothes enough today, by the way. You're lucky.
There's still time. This tie-dye Friday, baby.
You're lucky.
Tie-dye Friday.
Tie-dye Friday.
With the San Diego State that had this dope. I like it.
Appreciate it.
There were a lot of San Diego State people in Vegas I saw last weekend.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of us. We are the Jacksonville of the West Coast.
School of Kevin O'Connell.
This is true.
By the way,
Kirk Morrison,
Capital Casino,
Marshall Falk,
conveniently located at
Tony
411
Gwynn.
North 16th Street in downtown Sacramento.
Craig Nettles, baseball player.
I know
Rashad Penny.
who Craig Nettles is. My goodness.
Rashad Penny.
Gavin Escobar, rest in peace.
I don't know if you guys are done. You got any more? I don't know how long you wanted to go.
What's my guy over at Washington Nationals? I can't think of his name right
Strasburg.
now. Steven Strasburg.
DeMonte Casey.
Is this a contest right now?
I don't know.
Is that what's happening?
I grew up 5 minutes from the campus. I know all the players.
Did you go to San Diego State?
No, I went to UC Davis through and through.
Oh, all right.
My grandparents went to San Diego State, though.
Aggies up.
That's not our slogan.
Yeah, that's what they say there.
Wait, they say Aggies up?
No, Simone's just trolling.
I was gonna say, is it Stingers up?
Yes.
That's the joke.
That was the joke.
Yeah. Now we've explained
Where'd
it.
you go, Simone? Sac State?
San Francisco State. Gators.
Oh, she's a Gator. The Swamp.
Yep. The Swamps.
Man, we went in there and tap danced on the Gators.
I know, we were so bad. No
Kawhi Leonard.
sports. It was terrible.
Kawhi Leonard. How was Kawhi not the first?
Well, because we were listing football players. Then we made it to basketball.
You messed up.
Kawhi should have been the first on the
You
list.
messed up.
Considering, yeah.
All right, if the Kings lose tonight, would you be worried? We'll talk about it in 90 seconds.
Chris and Company with Chris Watkins.
The training staff of the Sacramento Kings nicknamed Sabonis Wolverine for his imperviousness to pain. I like Wolverine. Wolverine makes sense. Like, he's tenacious. He gets hit in the face every single game. He's got scratches, bruises all over him, got a dislocated hand. And he just heals. Just fine.
Chris and Company with Chris Watkins. Weekdays from 10 to 11.
On Sactown Sports.
Power Business Technology is proud to be 100% independent, locally owned, and managed Toshiba copier dealer. Local ownership cuts out the red tape, allowing ourselves to never be too busy to personally answer the call when our clients need us. Recognized for excellence in service execution, training, and customer service, we're proud to be named a 2022 Toshiba ProMasters Elite Dealer. Contact us today for all of your business printing needs at 844-POWER-BZ. That's 844-769-3729, or visit us at PowerCopier.com.
Thunder, feel the thunder.
It ignites something inside of you.
Lightning and the thunder.
Sets alight an elevated state of being. Days are pure exhilaration. And the nights, they're simply electric. See it, hear it, feel it.
Thunder, feel the thunder. Lightning and the thunder.
Thunder Valley Casino Resort. Feel the thunder.
Live and local in the afternoon.
They always keep you on edge.
Cattles.
And Ramie.
On Sactown Sports.
All right, do we want to give the people what they want?
Of course.
A Chase on the YouTube says, need a Simone appearance for the thumbs up. Here she is.
Like the beam, baby.
And there she
came in and out.
Yep.
There she goes.
She walked the catwalk, got up out of there.
Here she comes. There she goes.
Nick, did you want me to show people my outfit today? Because you've been referencing it a couple times.
No.
He said no.
No.
I want to blind folk.
I feel for the people. It's a Friday. Not trying to hurt them.
Some of these guys are already at happy hour though, Nick. So they might overlook the outfit.
Some of these guys at happy hour started at 11 this morning. By
See,
the
we
way,
play this song whenever people are feeling themselves. A little Tony Braxton.
all right. Which NFL running back did Tony Braxton go out with?
I don't have that information in my database.
I'm going. Hold on. Let me get a guess. The Dirty Bird, Jamal Anderson.
No.
Oh.
Okay, hold on.
Clinton Portis.
No.
Marshall Faulk.
No.
Oh.
He played.
Gotta be in Atlanta or.
He played in the AFC East for two different teams.
Okay.
LeGarrette Blount?
No.
I don't have.
Westbrook
I can't
was
even
NFC
put myself
East.
in that
Play
frame.
for Redskins. Okay,
Yeah,
I'm
we're talking
thinking.
Dolphins, Bills, Jets, Patriots.
Yeah. Curtis Martin.
Yep.
Hall of Famer Curtis.
Curtis, my man Martin.
Really?
Yes.
Where was I
At least for a couple of years. By the way, all guests come to you from the Folsom Lake Honda Hotline. Folsom Lake Honda is your one-stop Honda shop. All right, JJ, before we wrap things up here, get people ready for this back-to-back at the G1C for the Kings tonight and tomorrow night. Of course, tonight, Phoenix Suns. They've already obviously suffered back-to-back losses, the Kings, losing at Utah, losing at home on Tuesday against Boston. Here was HB at the shoot-around talking about those back-to-back losses and whether or not there's some concern.
I wouldn't say it's a level of concern, but there's definitely areas we can improve on. It's obviously when you're playing in a top team, teams that are really good. It shows you some things, but I think for us, it's a matter of starting games the right way and just being consistent throughout.
So HB not too concerned. JJ, 2 days off of this team tonight versus Phoenix. As I mentioned, if they lost tonight, it would be the third loss in a row. Would that worry you?
A little. Yeah, a little. Because they aren't. I don't want to say they wouldn't be clicking on the way to the playoffs, but we sure need to. We need to hit the eject button pretty quick.
Kyle, would you be worried if they lost tonight?
No, not at all. They will be okay if they lose tonight.
You better call Simone.
You already
How about
know
you?
I would be pressed. I'd be a little bit pressed if they lose tonight.
We're expecting a text message from Simone if they lose real quick, Nick.
You better text Simone. Text her. I would not be too worried. I really wouldn't be too worried. Now, if they lost both home games back to back,
we're gonna get a text from Nick.
A little bit of concern starts hitting. A little bit of concern will start to hit. But look, just tonight, I know it's a time of year, and that's what it is. Like, if you lose 3 straight games in December, no one's freaking out, right?
Yeah.
It's just this idea of like, oh, it's late in the season and you've lost 3 games in a row, and what's happening? Or are they falling apart? But how many teams have lost 3 straight games this year?
Probably everybody.
Probably everybody. So it happens. And when's the last time the Kings did it? Didn't Ramie say like they haven't done it since late November? Wasn't it like back around Thanksgiving?
Yeah, I think it was the 27th, if I'm not mistaken.
I mean, so look, it's been November, December. Well, 5 months?
That's stats right there. You busting out the stats.
Standard deviation.
It's been like 5 months. She's so happy.
What is that? What does that even mean?
Well,
so
your
happy.
standard deviation is like your set amount for calculating.
Can I just say nobody cares?
Okay,
Yeah, think of it-
averages.
Think of
It's
it like a
averages.
bell curve.
Yep, exactly.
So if you're 1 standard deviation away, it means you're within margin. If you're 2, yeah.
Averages.
Oh. There's a radio show going on?
Let's get you ready for some Kings basketball.
I just threw the show in the ditch. That's what happened.
Who's the guy that does the announcing like in the arena? The in-arena not Mo.
Scott Moak?
Not our guy Mo.
Frost. Scott Frost.
No, Fresh.
Fresh.
Scott Fresh.
They're both Scott?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, Fresh.
The Scotts?
Yes, they're both Scott. Scott squared.
Who was here first? Moak, right?
I believe so.
I don't know.
Scott
Really?
Fresh needs a new first name. You should have changed his first name. Out of
They're
respect
both
for Mo.
friends of mine.
Well, maybe you should just go by Fresh.
So Scott
He
Fresh.
does go by Fresh.
Oh, well,
He
there
goes
it
by
is.
Fresh.
Yes.
That's cool.
Mr. Fourth Quarter, your quarter. Yeah, he goes by Fresh.
Fresh is like dude is like the all-star
Yeah.
KD.
Big
of
Taco Bell
MCs.
guy.
So Fresh, you know him, Simone. He's friends with you.
Yes.
I dare you to you have to tell him that at some point
Mhm.
in tomorrow night's game when
Okay.
I'm there,
Yeah.
he has to sneak in standard deviation in one of his announcements.
Oh, man.
I'll tell him. I'm going to send him this clip and I'll tell him.
Let me tell you
For sure.
something. If it was me,
Get up for the fourth quarter. Get up for standard
deviation,
deviation.
a bell curve.
He's a big
Give us the
wrestling guy,
cowbell
too.
curve.
He's a huge
There you go,
wrestling
that's
guy, too. You'd
Is
be
he?
happy to know. Yeah.
What's up, Scott Fresh?
Yeah.
Maybe I'll see him at WrestleMania. Is he going to WrestleMania?
Probably not.
That's only courtside cattles, man. Come on, slow down now.
I don't even want to tell you what I paid for the tickets. I pay for it too much. But I wouldn't be shook if they lost tonight. Back to back to be a little bit of an issue, 4 in a row. But I still do, and I'm not writing off everything that happened on Tuesday night. But that's a really tough schedule.
Yeah.
And I was watching my buddy John Corrales, who does some of the Celtics pod stuff for Locked On. And I could tell you from the Boston side of it, they were like, look, that's a scheduled loss for the Kings. Not that they, weren't happy with how the Celtics played, but, people in Boston that cover the Celtics were like, that was just an awful schedule for Sacramento. And it was 5th game in 7 nights. So in Utah, that's a winnable game, couple plays here and there. And I also would say this, there has been research done about whether or not how you finish a season matters in the playoffs, and it really doesn't. Golden State was entirely mediocre leading into the playoffs last year. And then they just did what they did. They won the whole dang thing. So I would not be shook by a loss tonight. With that said, they should win. Don't get it twisted. This should be a dub. And, they're playing a Suns team that is not the deepest team after the KD trade. They don't have KD. They don't have DeAndre in the middle. So I think this is a game you win. And tomorrow night you should win. You are a better team than Utah. And I know Utah's tough matchup with the size. We saw that last time. But you're still a better team. So, look, big picture, you're in a fantastic spot. We got 10 games to go. We're creeping towards the playoffs. It's going to be an unbelievable time here in Sacramento. I can't wait to go to the playoff games. I can't wait to see all of you out there losing your minds in a good way in a good, healthy way, just going absolutely bananas for this team. And I could only hope that they step up their play at home for you. And I would guarantee you they want to. It's just, can they do it under the brightest lights when, we're talking win or go home here? I hope so. Because everybody deserves it. Golden One deserves it. And I think these guys I think Coach Brown will have them ready. Even if they finish 5-5 or 6-4, whatever. And Sean Cunningham said earlier, 4-6. I think Coach Brown and the staff will have them prepared because he's had them prepared from day one.
To come down to the last 10 games and really knuckle down.
Yeah.
I believe that. I believe Coach Brown and the staff, they know that this team is new and when I say new to the playoff scene is as a whole, as the way they're put together now compared, and so I believe that. I'm with you 100%.
All right,
I'm 100%.
JJ's got 1-1. I got 2-0. Kyle, what you got?
2-0.
Simone?
For the weekend?
Yes.
Give me 2-0 too.
There we go. JJ's on the island alone.
We're clinching on Monday, baby.
It's a lot of happy hour type people at the tap.
I was gonna end it just on Kyle's baby, but I was like, is that just bad?
Hey, babe.
He's gonna keep doing it. Kyle and Simone. Thank you, Simone. JJ, great stuff, man, this week filling in for Ramie. They gave you the football. You ran with it, my man.
I appreciate you.
Everybody have a good weekend. Hopefully we come back talking about a 2-0 weekend. Until Monday, be safe, be healthy, be good. It's Cattles and Ramie, Sactown Sports.
My mind's telling me no.
Be careful. Be careful.
My body telling me yeah. Baby, I don't want to hurt.
Be careful.
But there's something I must confess. You got to run it down, Nick.
I'm Eric Armstead, and you're listening to Sactown Sports.
Armstead with relentless pursuit, and Eric Armstead came in and sacked him.
You wanted more Niners?
Sactown Sports.
Sacramento's new home for the 49ers.